The first thing I hear when I drag myself back to the Shen family gate is not welcome home. No, it is the useless young master has returned. Beautiful. 10 out of 10 family reunion. I have been tortured for a month, my cultivation has been crippled. My meridians are ruined, and the servants are already doing live commentary like this is a public execution with better seating. And the worst part, they know exactly who I used to be. I was Shen Yunting, the former genius young master of the Shen family, the biggest aristocratic family in the Tianian dynasty. Their old ancestor is a peak nascent soul expert, one of the dynasty's top 10 experts, and the family has people buried so deep in the imperial court they probably get tax benefits from existing. I entered Qi refinement at 3, reached foundation establishment at 13, hit the 8th level of foundation establishment by 18, and 1 month ago I stepped into golden core. Youngest golden core in the Tianian dynasty. The royal family even betrothed the 9th princess to me to rope in the Shen family. Sounds glorious, right? Then someone framed me for trying to assault the 9th princess. I was seized by her guards, badly injured, thrown into death row, and the Shen family immediately announced I was expelled forever. Not suspended. Not investigated. Expelled. Family customer support closed my ticket before I even submitted it. While I was locked up, I finally understood the setup. The so-called crime was bait. The real goal was the divine dragon luck inside my body, the reason my cultivation had always climbed so fast. After I was dumped into death row, a black-clothed man appeared, crippled all my cultivation and forcibly stripped away that divine dragon luck. My meridians shattered, my future vanished, and I became a cripple who could no longer cultivate. So I come back with one last breath, one last hope, and my cousin Shen Kenge steps out in luxury robes like the final boss of unpaid family trauma. This same cousin used to follow me around calling me cousin again and again. Now he blocks my path and calls me shameless. I say I want to see father, meaning the Shen family head who raised me. Shen Kenge laughs and tells me I am just a stray picked up by the family, not a real young master. Then he orders the 8th steward, Gao Fu, to guard the gate and keep me out. Gao Fu, this fat steward once almost had his legs broken by the family head for his filthy habits, and I was the one who pleaded for him. I saved his life. Today he stands in front of me and says this is the last time he will call me young master. Since I treated him decently before, he will not break my legs, but I should crawl away while I still can. That is when the last bit of hope in me dies. The servants laugh. They call me a cripple with severed meridians, someone unfit to even be a servant of the Shen family. Gao Fu puffs himself up and warns me that if he sees me again, he will beat me every time. And I do not strike back. I cannot. My cultivation is gone, my divine dragon luck is stolen, my body is wrecked, and revenge is not a plan yet. It is just a fever burning in my chest. I hate the 9th princess. I hate the mastermind behind her. I hate the Shen family for kicking me while I am already buried. My fists clench so hard my arms turn bluish-black, and I do not even notice. Then the sound drops in my head. Ding. Detecting that the host's rage value has maxed out. The strongest negative transfer system is activated. Finally, the cheat arrives late, limping, probably stuck in traffic, but it arrives. The system explains its one purpose. I can spend evil points to transfer every negative effect I suffer onto a designated person. Every negative effect. Damage, side effects, backlash, all of it. And suddenly my ruined life stops looking like a funeral and starts looking like a payment plan for revenge. Then the system shows me the target list. The 9th princess costs 1 million evil points. The Shen family head costs 3 million. Shen Kenge costs 20,000. Gao Fu costs 3,000. Notice the detail. Only enemies can become transfer targets. The people listed are my former fiancé, my adoptive father, my cousin, and the steward whose life I once saved. The system basically opens a family group chat and labels everyone hostile. Thanks, interface. Very healing. It means the conspiracy was not small. From the moment the Shen family adopted me, maybe they were already staring at my divine dragon bone and waiting for the harvest. 20 years of raising me, all for that 1 month ago. Premium betrayal package. Comes with expulsion and public humiliation. So I ask the system for my newbie gift pack, because if my life is becoming a revenge build, I at least want the starter bundle. Ding. Host has activated the side effect transfer system. Host gains 10,000 evil points. Host's damaged meridians are fully repaired. Pain tears through me so hard I nearly black out. But when it passes, my strength starts returning, my exhaustion fades, and my wounds heal fast. And then, nothing. I ask if that is all. The system says that is all. I ask where my cultivation is. At least toss me a realm, a coupon, a spiritual energy sample pack something. The system says it is not responsible for providing cultivation. If I want cultivation, I have to find it myself. Brother, this is a cultivation world. I just got robbed of my entire account. Where exactly am I supposed to farm? I check my panel anyway. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Shen family outcast, side effect transfer system owner. Realm Qi condensation first layer. Special traits none. Cultivation method none, previously reset to 0. Items none. Evil points 10,000. Side effect transfer target none. Qi condensation first layer. That is not a comeback. That is the tutorial screen coughing politely. Still, something is better than nothing, and I barely get time to mourn my tragic starter build before 3 ragged men block my path. Their leader, Han Ergu, tells me to hand over my valuables, which is hilarious because look at me. I am dressed like a disaster report and walking like my bones need permission. But these so-called thugs are at the 7th or 8th level of Qi condensation, and they have killing intent in their eyes. Random robbers. No chance. Either the Shen family or the 9th princess sent people to erase the loose end. So I bind my side effects to Gao Fu. Ding. Host spends 3,000 evil points. Side effect successfully bound to Gao Fu. A phantom image of Gao Fu appears before me with a health bar under his name. My man has officially become my damage sponge. Terrible career move. Han Ergu snaps at me, asking if I heard him. I stand up straight and tell him I have no money, only my life, so he should just kill me. The 3 of them freeze, because apparently assassins have a script and I am improvising too hard. Han Ergu kicks me in the chest and sends me flying dozens of meters. At the exact same time, inside Cuihong House, Gao Fu is upstairs enjoying himself with several women. He has ordered 8 girls in one go, which already shocks the madam because Gao Fu is usually the kind of man who abuses the Shen family name to avoid paying. Today he throws out spirit stones, the madam gets excited, and she goes to fetch 2 more girls. Then my transferred kick lands on him. Gao Fu shoots backward, crashes into the madam, and both of them tumble from the 2nd floor in front of everyone. The whole hall freezes. When the dust clears, Gao Fu is pinning the madam down in the most career-ending position possible. The onlookers start whispering, "Is that the Shen family's 8th steward? Is he really doing this in broad daylight?" The man came here with a reputation problem and left with a dynasty-wide headline. Meanwhile, I hit the ground, cough, clutch my chest, and stand back up basically unharmed. Gao Fu's health bar drops from 100% to 99%. 1%. So I look at Han Ergu and ask if he did not eat. That kick did not hurt at all. Give me another fierce one. He is stunned because an 8th level Qi condensation cultivator just kicked a supposed cripple, and I am standing there like I accidentally subscribed to pain immunity. So he gets serious, spiritual light flashes in his hand, and he slaps my chest hard enough to launch me again. Back at Cuihong House, Gao Fu is trying to explain himself to the madam, who is embarrassed and telling him if he wanted this, he should have booked a private room. He barely starts yelling before the 2nd impact hits. He flies up, drops back down, smashes into her again, and leaves a deep crater in the floor. The madam spits blood and suffers serious injuries. Gao Fu feels like his body is falling apart. The audience at Cuihong House is now fully invested. Some are asking what Gao Fu is doing. Some call it flashy. Others are treating it like an unsanctioned performance. And then it gets worse. One transferred injury cuts Gao Fu below the waist. He screams. Blood pours out. Bruises and wounds appear across his body as every beating meant for me lands on him instead. He ends up on the ground, barely alive. On my side, I quietly watch Han Ergu, and the other 2 leave after they think I am dead. I even mourn Gao Fu for 3 seconds in my heart. Very generous. Saint-level mercy. Gao Fu's health has fallen from 99% to 21%, and if those 3 kept beating me, they might have killed him on the spot. So I pretend to die and let the man survive a little longer. But the fight teaches me one thing. The side effect transfer system can dump consequences onto my enemies, but it does not directly raise my cultivation. I cannot spend my whole life finding Gao Fu-shaped punching bags. I need strength. 10 days later, I arrive in Xuancheng and go straight to Lingbao Pavilion, the biggest pill shop there. I buy 3 blood-boiling pills, 3rd-grade pills. They forcibly boost vital energy and blood, improve bone structure, and strengthen the body. The downside: vital energy and blood reverse, causing severe injuries at best and complete loss of cultivation at worst. Because of that, everyone calls them the most useless pills. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. A useless pill for a man with outsourced side effects. This is not medicine anymore. This is revenge with dosage instructions. I take one first, because the side effects are so heavy that I worry taking all three might kill Gao Fu immediately. Look at me, still thinking about enemy life expectancy. My compassion is a public menace. At the same time, back in the Shen family, First Steward Shen Ming questions Gao Fu about the Qiheng house disaster. Gao Fu says he was attacked for no reason and does not even know how he got mutilated. The entire scandal has already humiliated the Shen family, and the family head sent Shen Ming to investigate. Shen Ming considers whether a powerful expert is targeting Gao Fu, then rejects it. Gao Fu is just a steward. If someone powerful enough to bypass detection wanted to hurt the Shen family, why prank a small steward like this? Then the blood-boiling pill's side effect arrives. Gao Fu feels heat surge through his whole body. His blood turns scalding. Shen Ming tries to check him, and Gao Fu suddenly gushes blood from countless openings like a broken fountain. Shen Ming gets splattered. Worse, some of it gets into his mouth, and now he is wondering if he just got poisoned by second-hand disaster. Gao Fu screams that he has been poisoned and begs for help. Shen Ming orders Guiyuan pills and antidote pills to stabilize his vital energy and blood. I watch Gao Fu's health bar drop from 75% to 12%, then recover to 33%. The Shen family really does have miracle medicine. Aristocratic family privilege. Even your doomed employees get emergency elixirs. Over the next month, I keep taking blood-boiling pills one by one. 8 blood-boiling pills in total. With every side effect transferred away, my body keeps improving, and finally the system rings again. Ding! Congratulations to the host. Your strength has increased to the 9th level of Qi refinement. From Qi condensation first layer to 9th level of Qi refinement in 1 month. That is not cultivation speed. That is a rocket pretending to be a training montage. But 9th level Qi refinement still only gives me a little self-protection. Against the Shen family and the 9th princess, it is nowhere near enough. Then another notice hits. Ding! Gao Fu's life force has been depleted, and he has been unbound from the host. Ding! The host has killed Gao Fu and gains 1,500 evil points. So, I killed him. Slight miscalculation. In the later stages, I got too eager and thought leaving him at 5% life force would be enough for him to hang on. It was not. Several blood-boiling pills wrecked his life foundation so badly that even the Shen family's elixirs could not save him. Unexpected bonus, though. Killing an enemy gives evil points back. So I choose a new target, Han Kai, the Shen family's 5th steward. Ding! Host consumes 6,000 evil points. Side effects have been successfully transferred to Han Kai. One toy breaks, another one enters the rotation. The system is not subtle. Neither am I anymore. I pick up a bottle of body-strengthening pills and start stuffing them into my mouth. At the Shen family main hall, the mood is heavy because Gao Fu, their steward, was tortured for more than a month and died. The family head slams the table and orders everyone to investigate the mastermind. Han Kai immediately steps forward, says Gao Fu was like his brother, and vows to avenge him. The timing is vicious. Shen Ming is about to speak when he notices something wrong with Han Kai's pants. Han Kai looks down. Bang! His lower body explodes in blood, and he collapses screaming that his root is gone. In this cultivation world, people can restore arms and legs if they have enough methods. But Han Kai has just become the 2nd eunuch in the Tianyan dynasty. The first was Gao Fu, who is already dead. Historical achievement unlocked, but nobody wants the badge. On my side, the body-strengthening pills pay off. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully establishing your foundation and entering the 1st layer of foundation establishment. I nearly vomited from swallowing pills non-stop, but it worked. My cultivation reaches foundation establishment 1st layer, and because I have endured the strengthening without suffering the backlash myself, my flesh, bones, and internal organs have already surpassed cultivators at the same realm. Naturally, I credit this to hard work. 99% effort, 1% system. Please do not check the maths. But foundation establishment 1st layer still is not enough. I look at Han Kai's life force and see it rise from 15% to 38%. The Shen family must have used treasures and elixirs to keep him alive. Fine. Let us see which is faster, their healing or my pill bottle. I take out 3 kidney burst pills and swallow them all at once. These pills are common on the Kinglian continent and popular with male cultivators because of their special effect, but they also contain powerful spiritual energy. Normal cultivators only dare take one at a time because the side effects are too heavy. I take 3 like I am speedrunning poor decisions. Back at the Shen family manor, Han Kai is wailing over his lost manhood. The family head uses a 5th grade elixir and spiritual power to save his life, then scolds him for taking too many pills, especially pills for that specific purpose. After examining him, the family head concludes the injuries came from excessive elixir use. Han Kai asks if he can still be saved. The family head says that after cleaning and recuperation, it should barely still be usable. Han Kai practically worships him as a second parent and tries to leave, filled with fragile hope. Then my 3 kidney burst pills arrive. Blood gushes from below and from all 7 orifices. Han Kai drops with a scream. The family head looks at him with pure disappointment, because as far as he can tell, this idiot got warned and immediately did the same thing again. This time there is no fixing it. The options are transplant one from a pig, a cow, another demon beast, or install something like a faucet. Han Kai chooses the transplant. 1 month later, the system rings again. Ding. Host successfully consumed kidney burst pill. Host's cultivation level has advanced to foundation establishment 8th layer. Han Kai's health hits 0, and my cultivation reaches foundation establishment 8th layer. From crippled waste to foundation establishment 8th layer in just a few months. My original golden core strength is not back yet, but now it is only a matter of time. Ding. Host successfully tricked Han Kai to death. Host gains 2,500 evil points. So the system can transfer every side effect to enemies, and when an enemy dies from it, I get half the evil points back. This is not a cheat. This is a customer loyalty program for villain behavior. I check my panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Shen family outcast, side effect transfer system owner. Cultivation foundation establishment 8th layer. Special traits none. Cultivation techniques none previously cleared. Items none. Evil points 6,000. Side effect transfer target none. Finally, I have enough strength to deal with ordinary cultivators. Maybe not the Shen family's true experts. Definitely not the 9th princess yet. But minor characters. Oh, now we can talk. I exhale, killing intent rising, and head straight back to Yan province. No 30 years east of the river, 30 years west of the river. I am not giving my enemies a 30-year subscription to peace. Revenge starts now. Meanwhile, the Shen family finds Han Kai dead and covered in blood. The family head is numb at this point. He had warned Han Kai not to take strong pills, but the man apparently kept secretly taking them until he died. When the family head orders him expelled, Shen Ming quietly says Han Kai is already dead. The family head calls it deserved and orders his body thrown into a mass grave with no one allowed to collect it. He still suspects someone may have harmed Gao Fu, but his early nascent soul cultivation detected no spiritual energy fluctuations. If a hidden expert could avoid his senses, that expert would not need to torment tiny stewards. So the Shen family keeps looking in every direction except the obvious one, which is convenient because the obvious one is currently booking a private room. I return to Qiheng House in Yan province, but I do not rush the Shen family gate. Not yet. I order 7 or 8 girls, dozens of dishes, sip tea, and enjoy a massage. After months of hiding from the Shen family and the 9th princess, afraid they would send experts to finish me off, I finally let myself breathe. Then the private room door gets smashed open. In walks Shen Kenge, my cousin, dressed like arrogance pays rent. He sees me cleanly dressed, surrounded by food and attendants, and immediately sneers. Was I not driven out by the Shen family? Should I not be begging in the streets? How dare I appear here and disgrace them? This is the same Shen Kenge who used to trail behind me because my talent buried every young disciple in the family. Back then, he resented me but still had to flatter me. Now that he thinks I am crippled, he cannot wait to step on me. Some people do not change. They just wait for your shield to drop. I do not even lift my head. I keep drinking and tell him to get out before I lose my temper. Otherwise, his life stays here. His guards get angry. Shen Kenge sneers and starts asking who I think I am. Am I still the Shen family young master? Still the genius? Still the prodigy? He is about to call me trash. He does not finish. My slap lands first. Shen Kenge flies backward, smashes through the tables and chairs, and hits the ground clutching his swollen, bleeding cheek. Beautiful silence. Then he loses his mind and orders the guards to kill me. The Shen family guards attack together, spells raining toward me. Every one of them is in foundation establishment, which would have been terrifying if I were still the helpless cripple they imagined. I raise one hand. An invisible pillar of light blocks every spell. Then I push my palm, and all those spells turn around and slam back into the guards. They fly backward, foam at the mouth, twitch a few times, and die. Shen Kenge stares at me like reality just broke its own rules. His guards were Foundation establishment experts. I was supposed to be crippled, cultivation abolished, future deleted. Yet one casual move wiped them out. He scrambles up and tries to run. Too late. I appear behind him and step down on his back. Crack. Shen Kenge's bones give out under my foot, and the man drops flat, pale-faced, unable to move. His organs and meridians feel like they have been shoved into the wrong drawers, and now tears and snot are running down his face. The rich young master filter is gone. Completely gone. This is what happens when arrogance meets actual consequence. I squat beside him, pat his cheek, and tell him not to leave so quickly. Suddenly, he remembers we are cousins. Amazing timing. He begs me to spare him for the sake of our old brotherhood, calling himself a dog-like that is going to unlock mercy mode. I already gave him a chance. He did not cherish it. So I close my hand around his throat. He tries to beg again, but the word never finishes. Crack. His neck breaks, his head falls, and Shen Kenge, direct descendant of the Shen family, dies right there. Ding. Host has slain Shen Kenge. Host has gained 500 evil points. 500. That is it. My cousin spent his whole life acting premium, and the system appraises him like a clearance item. Still, the Shen family has plenty of people. Evil points will come, one way or another. But killing Shen Kenge does not mean I am ready to kick down the Shen family's main gate. Their old ancestor is still peak nascent soul, and the family head, my adoptive father, is also at nascent soul. Running straight into that right now would not be revenge. It would be speedrunning my second funeral. So I remember a secret I once found in old records. Tanking Academy has a secret realm, and hidden inside it is an ancient inheritance from the ancient era. Back when I was still a golden core genius, I planned to wait until my realm stabilized before seizing it. Now, new schedule. Immediate. Tanking Academy is the largest academy in the Tianian dynasty. It says it is open to the public, but let us be honest, most of the real seats go to aristocratic children. The academy divides disciples into outer, inner, and core. Rich family kids usually enter as inner disciples right away. Commoners, even if they make it in, mostly end up as outer disciples doing errands, unless an elder personally favors them. I used to be a core disciple. Not just any core disciple either. I was called the head of the 10 great talents of Tianqing Academy. Then the framed assault news spread, my cultivation was crippled, and the academy expelled me too. Title gone. Status gone. Membership cancelled. Everybody loves a genius until the gossip turns profitable. When I arrive at Tianqing Academy's secret realm plaza, the crowd explodes. There he is, the abandoned son of the Shen family. The criminal who tried to assault the 9th princess. The cripple who should be begging on the streets. The former prodigy who turned out dirty inside. The peanut gallery is working overtime. And I mean overtime with no spiritual stone bonus. I ignore them and look straight at the secret realm entrance. This place has been open for countless years, and cultivators have already searched it again and again. Anything obvious has been taken. I do not know if the old information I learned is still reliable, but right now hope is a resource too, and I am not exactly spoiled for options. Then a slender figure blocks my path. Fang Zui, eldest young lady of the Fang family. Long legs, famous beauty, one of Tianqing Academy's top campus goddesses. She once pursued me, even confessed publicly, and I rejected her without mercy. Since then, love turned into hatred so hard it needed medical supervision. She crosses her arms and asks how I could do something as despicable as assaulting the 9th princess. Then she brings up the old rejection. Did I not pretend to be noble? Did I not say she was not worthy of me? Now she wants me to crawl between her legs, and if I do, she will let me go. Listen, I came here for an ancient inheritance, not a humiliation side quest from a woman whose ego never recovered. So I tell her if she wants men crawling between her legs, there are plenty around, but she should not bother me. I warned her before, even if someone like her threw herself at me, I would not look twice. The whole plaza freezes. They cannot believe the supposed stray dog still talks like this to Fang Zui. In their heads, I should be apologizing to dust particles by now. Fang Zui tells me she pitied me and wanted to give me a chance to live. I call her a brain-dead idiot and tell her to get lost. That does it. Light gathers in her hand, forming an ethereal sword. She is 20 years old and already at Foundation Establishment Stage Level 3, which is genuinely impressive at Tianqing Academy. She gives me one last chance to kneel and apologize, or next year today becomes my death anniversary. I have reached my limit. I wave one hand, shatter the spell in her palm, clamp her throat, and slam her into the ground. Bang! Her face hits the marble. The floor cracks outward like a spider web. Every student watching loses oxygen at the same time, because Fang Zui is the Academy Belle, the dream goddess, the kind of beauty people usually worship from a safe distance and then write terrible poetry about later. Ding! Host has gained 300 evil points. She screams that she will kill me and releases her Foundation Establishment Stage Level 3 aura. So I put a size 43 foot directly on her head and introduce her face to the floor again. Her hair scatters, her head buzzes, and I ask where a low-class fool borrowed the courage to try killing me. Then I grab her hair, slap her bloodied face, and send her flying into the crowd. The plaza goes dead quiet. Everybody is staring like I broke an unspoken rule. She is a beauty, so apparently she gets a shield. Sorry, my system did not install that patch. While they are stunned, I walk straight into the secret realm. Not long after, Zhao Yunheng arrives in luxury clothes, anxious and furious. He sees Fang Zui beaten beyond recognition and starts howling that he will dismember me. Zhao Yunheng is the eldest young master of the Zhao family, a Foundation Establishment Stage Level 6 cultivator, and he has chased Fang Zui for a long time while she rejected him over and over. So naturally, this is his moment, or at least he thinks it is. He feeds Fang Zui a pill and her injuries improve a little. The second she wakes up and sees him touching her, she tells him to get far away. He complains that he only touched her once, while I touched her all over. My man is fighting for his life in the romance trenches and losing to someone who just smashed her into marble. Then Fang Zui gives him a deal. If he kills me, she will be his woman. If he cannot, she will find another man, and whoever kills me gets her. Zhao Yunheng panics harder at the idea of competition than at the idea of death. He swears he will kill me and rushes into the secret realm. Masculinity, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it is just a trap with better posture. Inside Tianqing Academy's secret realm, the space stretches for hundreds of thousands of miles, full of mountains, rivers, and lakes. It is an open secret realm with no entry restrictions, so cultivators still wander around looking for leftovers. I am about to search for the inheritance when Zhao Yunheng starts shouting behind me, demanding I come out and threatening to smash my head. In his mind, I am still the cripple expelled by the Shen family, and Fang Zui only lost because she had old feelings and could not bear to strike me. Incredible logic. The man built an entire fantasy where his goddess is noble, I am crude, and he gets to be the hero. I walk over. He sneers and says when he tells me to come, I obediently come because I am just a dog. Bang. My fist lands in his forehead and caves in one of his eyes. He screams about his eye, his Zhao family status, and his Foundation Establishment strength. Then he erupts with spells. To be fair, he is a simp, but not weak. At Foundation Establishment Stage Level 6, the power he unleashes is comparable to Level 8. Unfortunately for him, comparable is not enough. I block his full-strength spells, hit him casually, and send him coughing blood. He bleeds all over, covered in wounds and even risking his life. He cannot take one move from me. Ding. Host has killed Zhao Yunheng. Host gains 600 evil points. 600. Not amazing, but he delivered himself. Door-to-door evil points. I glance at his corpse once and keep moving into the depths of the secret realm. Several days pass. Deep inside the secret realm, I open my eyes, and heavenly lightning flickers around my body. In my dantian, a golden core shines with dazzling light. I have advanced to the golden core realm. The inheritance is real. It belongs to revered Thunder God, an ancient powerhouse who spent his life at the peak of the tribulation transcending realm, but never crossed into immortal ascension. Even so, his physical divine abilities were unmatched across the Kinglian continent. He possessed the Thunder Divine Body, ranked third on the entire continent, and once a cultivator reaches nascent soul, that body can unleash the Thunder God's Dharma body. I have not fully integrated everything yet, not even close, but what I have already absorbed is ridiculous. Revered Thunder God's inheritance and Thunder Divine Body push me straight from the 8th layer of Foundation Establishment to the 9th layer of Golden Core. One major realm in one jump. I am now only one minor realm away from nascent soul, and with my physical body alone, I feel confident I can withstand attacks from nascent soul powerhouses. I test it by punching a diamond boulder, a stone so hard that an ordinary golden core cultivator might need a quarter of an hour to break it. It shatters from one punch. Not a spell, not a technique. Just hand meets rock, rock resigns. This opportunity changes everything. Within the same realm, even if I use nothing but my body, nobody should be my match. With this inheritance, I can truly count as the strongest younger generation cultivator in the Tianyan dynasty. Maybe even compete with the favored children across the Kinglian continent. I lost my divine dragon luck, lost my cultivation, got framed, expelled, and treated like garbage. But now I have the system and this inheritance. Heaven took my premium account and somehow handed me admin privileges. Then the Zhao family arrives. Zhao Yuanheng died by my hand, so the Zhao family head sent experts into the secret realm after me. But they also sense the ancient inheritance's energy, and suddenly their revenge mission turns into a treasure hunt with murder attached. Their leader is Zhao Zhen, Grand Elder of the Zhao family, 6th layer of the Golden Core realm. With him is Zhao Kai, the 5th Elder, 3rd layer of the Golden Core realm, plus more Zhao cultivators. They find me near where the inheritance vanished, see the aura still rolling off me, and immediately understand I took it. Zhao Zhen tells me to hand over the ancient inheritance, and he will leave me a complete corpse. Otherwise, he will make me wish for death. Very generous. A full corpse. Customer service is healing. I tell him if he does not want to talk, we can fight. He swings his saber at my arm, planning to disable me before extracting the inheritance. I do not dodge. I raise my bare hand and block it. Clang. Metal on metal. Zhao Zhen is blasted several meters back. My arm has one shallow scratch, not even bleeding. He cannot process it. His strike used physical strength, his weapon, and some golden core cultivation. I blocked it with flesh. Meanwhile, I only wanted to test the Thunder Divine Body's defense, and the result is better than expected. I tell him he is weaker than I imagined. His performance is over. Now it is my turn. Thunder shakes the heavens. Lightning gathers in the sky and falls like a heavenly river. Zhao Zhen panics when he sees arm-thick bolts coming down and starts swinging his saber, firing beams of light to meet them. It looks flashy. It dies instantly. Thunder crushes every divine ability he throws out and swallows the 100-meter area around him. When the smoke clears, the ground is full of holes, and Zhao Zhen is a charred corpse. The Zhao family freezes. Their Grand Elder 6th Layer Golden Core, one of their top 3 experts, just got deleted by the abandoned son they came to hunt. Zhao Kai immediately changes careers into just passing by. The remaining Zhao cultivators try to run. Other cultivators who came to watch the commotion also panic, shouting that every wrong has its source and every debt its master. So if I want revenge, I should look for the Zhao family. Too late. I wave my hand, call down thunder again, and cover a radius of tens of miles. Heavenly lightning descends. Anyone inside the suppression gets wiped out. Zhao family members, Zhao Kai, and even the onlookers who came for the show all follow Zhao Zhen. Ding. Host has slain Zhao Zhen, Grand Elder of the Zhao family. Host gains 2,000 evil points. Ding. Host has slain Zhao Kai, an elder of the Zhao family. Host gains 1,800 evil points. Ding. Host has slain a group of Zhao family members. Host gains 1,000 evil points. Ding. Host has slain a group of passers-by. Host gains 1,000 evil points. Over 5,000 evil points in one wave. What is this, a breakthrough celebration? The system heard I reached Golden Core and sent party favors. Back on Tianqing Academy Square, Fang Zui is wrapped in bandages, basically a walking mummy with murder in her eyes. She is waiting at the teleportation gate, still unable to accept that I publicly humiliated her. In her mind, I was supposed to be a stray dog now, a disgraced cripple, someone she could step on. Then I walk out of the teleportation array alive. She asks how I am fine and what happened to the Zhao family experts. They sent 2 Golden Core cultivators and 7 or 8 Foundation Establishment cultivators after me. Even at my old peak, I should not have survived that lineup. I tell her they are dead. No hiding. No fake humility. I have the side effect transfer system, I have Golden Core strength, and I have 0 interest in playing the endure humiliation quietly game. Whoever provokes me can experience the taste of a 9-clan clearout. I am not the wronged saint. I am the villain with a working interface. Fang Zui refuses to believe it. Zhao Zhen was 6th layer Golden Core, Zhao Kai was also Golden Core, and they had Foundation Establishment experts with them. How could I possibly kill them? Honestly, fair question. Without revered Thunder God's inheritance, I really could not have. Before I bother explaining, another woman steps forward. Jiang Muxin, Fang Zui's good friend and another former admirer of mine. She once made a bet with Fang Zui over who could win me over, and the answer was neither. She is beautiful, fiery-tempered, and spoiled by her aristocratic background, which is apparently a personality type that keeps spawning near me. She tells me that looking like this, spouting nonsense and making excuses, only makes her look down on me more. I ask what kind of nobody she is and whether I need her approval. She snaps that she is Jeong Muksun. I tell her I know exactly who she is, and if she keeps babbling, I will let her experience flying on the spot. She is about to attack when a young man in light blue arrives. The 7th prince of the Tianian dynasty. The 9th princess's elder brother. He calls me a scoundrel who tried to defile his 9th sister, says the imperial family's experts crippled me, and asks if I am even worthy of being a man after humiliating women. He is full of confidence because he benefited from my stolen divine dragon luck. In less than 2 months, he rose from the 8th stage of foundation establishment to the 2nd stage of golden core. There it is. My own divine dragon luck, sitting inside him like stolen funds in a royal wallet. Jeong Muksun and Fang Zui immediately gain confidence when he arrives. The 7th prince apologizes for coming late and letting them be humiliated. Jeong Muksun demands that I kneel and apologize, or she will break my legs. The 7th prince adds that I should apologize for offending his 9th sister and these 2 young ladies, and then he will turn me into a eunuch. If I behave well, maybe he will even bring me into the imperial palace and make me a chief eunuch. The man really said that out loud. I ask whether he wants to be a chief eunuch so badly, because I can arrange that. Then I flick out 2 bolts of lightning, one at the 7th prince and one at Jeong Muksun. The prince does not expect me to attack first. He even thinks this is perfect because he can cripple me again. In his head, even if I recovered to my peak, he has divine dragon luck now and does not need to fear me. Reality has other plans. The lightning accelerates before he can move. Both bolts slam into him and Jeong Muksun, sending them flying hundreds of meters and crashing into the ground. Dust rises, screams follow, and the crowd just stands there stunned. That is the 7th prince of the Tianian dynasty. That is Jeong Muksun, young lady of the Jeong family. And I am just the discarded Shen family son. Yes, and the 7th prince props himself up, completely unable to understand how I became this strong. He used my divine dragon luck to break through 3 realms, all the way to 2nd stage golden core, and I still beat him in 1 move. He glares at me. Bad decision. I appear in front of him and kick down onto his head, dragging him back and forth like a dead dog. Fang Zui is shaking with fear, but somehow still threatens me, yelling that this is Tanking Academy and he is the 7th prince. I turn toward her and realize I got distracted dealing with the other 2 idiots. So I send a wave of power out. It hits Jeong Muksun. Even Jeong Muksun is confused. Fang Zui talked, so why is she flying? Before she can ask, she crashes down onto Fang Zui, landing right on Fang Zui's forehead. Jeong Muksun has a cushion, so she is mostly fine. Fang Zui's face meets the cold ground again, and she groans in pain. With those 2 handled, I grab the 7th prince by the throat and ask who else was involved in framing me back then. His cultivation jump proves he benefited from my divine dragon luck. He went from 8th stage foundation establishment to 2nd stage golden core in less than 2 months. That is not normal talent. That is my stolen fortune running through his body. So he must know the people behind the setup. Instead of answering, he threatens me. If I have the guts, kill him. Otherwise, he will grind my bones to dust and hack me into 1,000 pieces. This prince has never had to learn survival instincts. Protected status made him stupid. When a stronger enemy has your throat in his hand, that is not the moment to audition for martyrdom. So I start granting it. Spiritual energy gathers in my fist, and I punch straight through his chest. Fear floods his eyes. He never imagined I would actually ignore the royal family's threat and dare to kill the 7th prince. The academy students are frozen too. I was already struggling under the accusation of defiling the 9th princess. If I finish killing the 7th prince, I become the mortal enemy of the entire Tianian royal family. Then an angry roar cuts across the square. Someone shouts that I dare commit murder in Tanking Academy and must be courting death. I am not surprised. The 7th prince would obviously have protectors, and Tanking Academy is full of experts. With a scene this big, there is no way the academy just watches me kill royalty in the plaza. But I am not annoyed. I am excited. They like bringing helpers. Good. Bring them. Today the 7th prince becomes bait, the plaza becomes a lesson, and I get to see how many people want to volunteer. I turn and see Tanking Academy's enforcement team approaching. They are responsible for handling student riots and unruly behavior, and the person leading them is an inner elder, the vice hall master of the enforcement hall. Mew Wonking. I recognize her immediately. Black hair coiled neatly, graceful but mature, beautiful enough that disciples and even elders treat her like a goddess. And now she is walking straight toward me with the enforcement team behind her. The second Mew Wonking appears, the whole plaza acts like customer support finally picked up the call. Elder Mew is here. 5th stage Golden Core. I am finished. The abandoned Shen family son has been arrogant long enough. The crowd is practically chanting it. And of course they're still crying about Fang Zui and Jiang Muxin, because apparently the real crime is not people helping frame me, hunt me, and threaten me. It is that 2 academy goddesses got handled in public. Mew Wonking steps forward and sees the 7th prince on the ground, chest pierced, intestines out, 1 breath away from a funeral. Her anger comes in clean and righteous. She asks why I would strike so viciously when the 7th prince was technically my classmate. Does my conscience not ache? Conscience. Sorry that thing got repossessed when I was framed, stripped of divine dragon luck, crippled, thrown away by the Shen family and turned into a public punching bag. At this point, I do not have a conscience. I have a black heart with excellent Wi-Fi. Mew Wonking says Tanking Academy produced a scoundrel, that she was skeptical when she heard I molested the 9th princess. But now she thinks the royal family's punishment was too light. If someone like me grows, she says, the entire Tianian dynasty will suffer. And there it is. Moral high ground. Freshly polished. 0 evidence. Fully airborne. I tell her if she is not convinced, then fight. If she has the guts, come at me. She does not move, so I move first. My aura erupts, and in 1 breath I appear beside her. Mew Wonking raises a defensive barrier, but my palm tears through the air and smashes it apart, cracks spreading through her defense like cheap glass. Her face changes. 5th stage Golden Core or not, she finally realizes I am not the cripple from the gossip board. I grab her by the neck, lift her up, and smash her down until her legs hit the ground and she is forced to kneel in front of me. The Academy Goddess. Enforcement Hall Vice Hall Master. Kneeling. The crowd loses its collective mind. I tell her she sounded so bossy a second ago, I thought she would be tougher. Turns out being attractive does not automatically make your judgment divine. Wild concept, I know. Mew Wonking is humiliated but stubborn. She raises her head, eyes full of hatred, and calls me a scumbag. A complete degenerate. I thank her for the compliment. Then I slap her. A red palm print blooms on her face, and every student watching looks offended on her behalf, like that slap got distributed by group mail. Fang Zui and Jiang Muxin are angry too, which is bold from the floor section. The 7th prince is still alive nearby. Barely. His vitality is ridiculous. He watches me humiliate Mew Wonking and silently loses what remains of his royal composure. He had only met her a few times, but the moment he saw her, he decided she was his. She rejected him, of course, but that did not stop him from treating her like reserved property in his own head. So watching me slap her hurts him worse than the hole in his chest. Ding. Host humiliated Jiang Muxin and Fang Zui. Host gains 100 evil points. Ding. Host humiliated the 7th prince. Host gains 2,000 evil points. Ding. Host humiliated Mew Wonking. Host gains 2,000 evil points. Notice, public humiliation is now monetized. I look back at Mew Wonking and she is still glaring, so I slap her again. Blood appears at her lips. I pinch her chin, rub the swollen cheek, and tell her the second slap made her face symmetrical. A single mark looked ugly. See, I am considerate. Terrifying but considerate. Then I order her to look me in the eyes. She asks what I want. Wrong question. Another slap sends her flying dozens of meters, breaks the hairpin in her hair, and leaves her disheveled on the ground. The enforcement disciples who followed her freeze where they stand. Nobody charges. Nobody breathes too loudly. I call them cowards. This is the goddess they all admire, right? Their enforcement hall vice hall master, crushed right in front of them. Where is the heroic rescue? Where is the righteous courage? Apparently courage has left the academy and will not be returning after lunch. Ding. Host publicly bullied Mew Wonking. Host gains 2,000 evil points. Ding. Host humiliated Tanking Academy students. Host gains 3,000 evil points. Ding. Host humiliated all the onlookers. Host gains 3,000 evil points. This works too. At this point, these people are not students. They are ATMs with robes. I glance at the system panel, and the available side effect targets are densely packed. The 7th prince, Mew Wonking, and a bunch of people whose names I do not even remember. So the rule is clear now. If someone hates me or has conflict with me, the system can count them as an enemy. Very inclusive. Very evil. I lift Mew Wonking again by the throat, but looking at her disheveled state and blood-stained mouth, I lose interest and toss her aside like a broken toy. She hits the cold ground and winces, but she does not dare react. Then I order her to tie her hair up. She freezes. I repeat it, and this time she scrambles for a twig to use as a hairpin, tying her hair messily while trembling. I pat her swollen cheek and say she is quite obedient, even more obedient than the dog I used to keep. That is not a compliment. That is a leash made of words. Mew Wonking is furious, humiliated to the point her eyes turn red, but she does not resist. She understands what everyone else is learning late. I have no reputation left to protect, no family ties to restrain me, and no reason to play by their rules. She has status. She has dignity. She has things to lose. I have a system and a grudge list. The seventh prince, meanwhile, cannot take it anymore. Seeing the woman he privately claimed being forced into obedience right in front of him makes him spit blood. He roars that if he does not kill me, he is not human. So I press my foot onto Mew Wonking's face and rub it back and forth while speaking directly to him. I ask if he feels useless, if he feels like trash, because that is exactly what he is. He can hate me, threaten me, grit his teeth, but he cannot do anything. The pain they gave me back then, I will return 1,000-fold, 10,000-fold. Every single one of them will wish they were dead. The seventh prince claws at the ground until his hands bleed. He threatens me again, saying the Tianyan royal family has nascent soul experts. The Shen family also has nascent soul experts, and they are already on the way. The crowd hears that and starts breathing again. Right. The royal family. The Shen family. Nascent soul experts. No matter how strong I am, surely that means I am doomed. I just smile and step down on Mew Wonking again. Then I prepare to kill her. Exactly on cue, a sharper voice cuts in from afar, accusing me of committing violence and now harboring killing intent inside Tianqing Academy. Then the pressure arrives. Nascent soul. The aura is far stronger than Mew Wonking's, but I do not panic. I meet it with my physical body. The force detonates less than a zhang from me, compressing the air until it explodes, and I turn to see a gray-robed middle-aged man. Dean Zhou Chengyuan of Tianqing Academy. Third stage nascent soul. One of the top 10 experts in the Tianyan dynasty. He is surprised I blocked his attack with my body alone. Even a casual strike from him is not something an ordinary golden core cultivator can withstand. And yet here I am, standing there with my thunder divine body doing unpaid overtime. Then he announces loudly that I have reached the 8th stage of golden core, and my physical strength is comparable to nascent soul. He says the Shen family produced a frightening talent, but a seedling with bad character is wasted. And fortunately, the Shen family already expelled me or they would be implicated. The crowd immediately joins in condemning me. Of course they do. A nascent soul expert gives them permission to be brave from a distance, and suddenly everybody has moral opinions again. I tell Dean Zhou he has lived for 1,000 years and somehow wasted all of them. His face goes dark. He unleashes his nascent soul pressure fully, covering dozens of miles. The onlookers can barely breathe. In the Tianyan dynasty, nascent soul is the combat ceiling, with only about 20 such experts in the whole dynasty. Dean Zhou is one of the stronger ones. To everyone else, challenging him is suicide. To me, it is Tuesday with better rewards. Dean Zhou orders me to surrender and await Tianqing Academy's judgment. But while he is talking about righteousness, his mind is already moving. He knows the Shen family and royal family schemed against me for the divine dragon luck. I was supposed to be crippled, worthless, discarded. Yet in less than 2 months, I rose to 8th stage golden core. So I must have gained an opportunity even greater than divine dragon luck. He wants it. He plans to imprison me, torture me, and force the secret out. I cut him off and tell him to shut his mouth. Tianqing Academy or not, my rules are the rules now. If their people provoke me and do not pay compensation, then I will not be polite. The plaza erupts. How dare a discarded Shen family son speak to the dean like that? Even the Shen family old ancestor would show Dean Zhou respect. Dean Zhou laughs from anger and says I am the boldest junior he has ever met. He wonders whether I can withstand his wrath. I tell him he has it backward. The real question is whether Tianqing Academy can withstand mine. Then I flash back to the 7th prince with Mew Wonking in my grasp and put one foot on each of them. I tell Dean Zhou that he may be nascent soul, but if he moves, the 7th prince and Mew Wonking die first. That finally shakes him. Mew Wonking has status, sure, but the 7th prince is royalty. If the prince dies in Tianqing Academy, the relationship between the academy and the Tianyan royal family cracks at the worst possible moment. Dean Zhou threatens to tear me apart, but his panic is already showing. I increase the pressure under my feet. The 7th prince and Mew Wonking grimace in pain. The prince screams curses in his heart, too afraid to resist out loud. Mu Wonking has already learned silence. Dean Zhou tells me enough. I tell him it has only just begun. If he has the guts, strengthen his aura. But if the seventh prince and Mu Wonking get crushed under that pressure, then that is not my fault. So he retracts his aura through gritted teeth and asks what I want. Simple. Compensation. I hand over a long list. Poison pills. Toxic pills. Pills with terrifying side effects. Technically, some can increase strength, but if a normal cultivator ate too many, even a stomach made of iron would get poisoned to death. They are useless to others, the kind of trash nobody wants to throw away because it still looks expensive. For me, perfect inventory. Dean Zhou knows he is being insulted, but he has to agree to save the seventh prince. Ding. Host has threatened and blackmailed Dean Zhou Chengyuan. Host gains 10,000 evil points. Ding. Host has humiliated and threatened the seventh prince and Mu Wonking. Host gains 4,000 evil points. As expected of a nascent soul expert. One harvest and the system starts singing. I call Dean Zhou straightforward, then throw the seventh prince and Mu Wonking toward him and leave as a streak of light. He catches them, face twisted with rage, while the seventh prince lies there soaked in blood, one step from death. I do not kill the prince. Not because I cannot. Killing him would be easy. But if I do, Dean Zhou fights me to the death. And even if I can protect myself, being delayed until the royal family and Shen family experts arrive would be stupid. Today I already earned tens of thousands of evil points and extorted a pile of pills. A full harvest. I know when to cash out. Not long after I leave, two stronger auras descend beside Dean Zhou. The Shen family old ancestor and the Tianyan royal family old ancestor. Both are nascent soul experts, both stronger than Dean Zhou, and both arrive just late enough to be annoying instead of useful. The royal old ancestor hears what happened and roars that they should have killed me directly back then. The Shen family old ancestor orders a full hunt, but his mind is already turning. I went from cripple to 8th stage golden core in less than 2 months. That opportunity may be even greater than my divine dragon luck. If the Shen family gets it, they might grow strong enough to replace the Tianyan royal family. There it is. Again, they see me alive for 5 seconds and immediately start pricing my body like a treasure chest. The Shen family mobilizes everything it can to pursue me. The Tianyan royal family also issues a court-wanted order. Just like that, I become the target of a dynasty-wide manhunt. I do not know any of that yet. After fleeing tens of thousands of miles, I find an unknown desolate mountain range, open a cave dwelling, and prepare to cultivate in seclusion. In front of me are the pills I extorted from Dean Zhou. At least 100 bottles and jars. Explosive yuan pill. After consumption, strength skyrockets threefold and vital energy increases, but afterward vital energy becomes depleted, and careless use may destroy all cultivation. Scorpion pill refined from scorpion venom, with lethal poison. Blazing fire pill, forged from the ghost fire of nether purgatory, containing terrifying fire poison that attacks the heart and makes life worse than death. Any normal cultivator swallowing this pile would not be cultivating. They would be filing a formal request to die slowly. I have side effect transfer. Before eating, I open the system panel. No current targets. Fang Zui costs 10,000 evil points. The seventh prince costs 30,000. Dean Zhou Chengyuan costs 150,000. Shen Hongli costs 50,000. My enemy list is now packed so densely, it looks like the system discovered crowdfunding. Apparently anyone with hostility toward me qualifies. Fang Zui is too weak to bother with. The seventh prince is tempting because he has royal treasures, spiritual pools, and life-saving elixirs, but I already beat him half to death. His health bar must be near 0. Bind him now, and I would kill him in a few rounds. Wasteful. So I pick Shen Hongli, second master of the Shen family. My second uncle. 9th level golden core, 1 step from nascent soul. He will be the lucky beneficiary. Ding. Host consumes 50,000 evil points to bind the side effect transfer system target. Binding Shen Hongli successful. My hard-earned evil points vanish, but I believe my dear second uncle will not disappoint me. Then I start swallowing pills. Ding. Host successfully consumed explosive yuan pill. Ding. Host successfully consumed scorpion pill. Ding. Host successfully consumed blazing fire pill. The prompts stack one after another as I grab handfuls and pop them like candy. Previously, tormenting the seventh prince, Fang Zui, Mu Wonking, and blackmailing Dean Zhou earned me over 50,000 evil points, and now I understand the pattern better. The stronger the victim and the deeper their hatred, the more evil points I get. Dean Joe alone gave 10,000 in one go. With all these side effects, I briefly wonder if Shen Hongli can handle it. Then I decide I do not care. If he can endure, he keeps suffering. If he cannot, he dies. Either way, he was part of the Shen family that used me, stripped me, and threw me away. I may not be a good person, but my enemies are definitely worse. The poisonous pill energy erupts through me. My cultivation surges. 9th level golden core. Breakthrough. I finally reach 9th level golden core. Nascent soul is still not that easy. Even swallowing all these pills probably will not be enough to cross that barrier. But this is still another major step. I check my panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Shen family outcast, owner of the side effect transfer system. Realm 9th level golden core. Special trait Thunder divine body. Cultivation technique Thunderbolt heavenly lord inheritance technique. Items none. Evil points 7,000. Side effect transfer target Shen Hongli health bar 60%. 60%. I am honestly impressed. Did my second uncle come with universal poison resistance? The system reminds me that Shen Hongli has already broken through to nascent soul, and his life physique recovered by 30%. There it is. He broke through. He had been stuck at 9th level golden core for over 10 years, but after stealing a portion of my divine dragon luck, he finally stepped into nascent soul. The 7th prince used my luck to jump 3 levels, so of course the Shen family's second master also benefited. And honestly, good. The higher his realm, the better his resilience. The better his resilience, the longer he lasts. I was worried about running out of transfer targets. Shen Hongli can be tenacious. I prefer it that way. Inside the Shen family's secret chamber, Shen Hongli is having the best day of his life. He laughs to the sky, celebrating his breakthrough to nascent soul. He says the divine dragon luck is powerful, that even a small portion helped him cross the bottleneck that trapped him for more than 10 years. Now the Shen family has another nascent soul expert, and his future feels wide open. Then he starts saying the quiet part out loud. Did I really think the Shen family raised me because they loved me? If I had not possessed divine dragon luck, they would have killed me long ago. For 10 years he disgusted himself calling me his grandnephew, but now that my luck was stripped and I was expelled, everything was finally over. The guards outside congratulate him. The Tianyan dynasty has hundreds of golden core experts, but only around 20 nascent soul experts, so Shen Hongli's breakthrough makes the Shen family even more stable. They flatter him until he is practically floating. Then screams break out behind him. Shen Hongli frowns, annoyed that people are interrupting his glorious nascent soul debut. One guard points at him, voice shaking, and says, "Second master, you've exploded." Shen Hongli looks down, and there it is. A hole has burst open in his chest, his organs are exposed, and half his intestines are already out. Blood runs down his lower body. Full horror display. The man just broke through to nascent soul, and somehow missed the part where his torso became an emergency exit. For a second, he feels no pain, which honestly makes it worse. Imagine staring at your own catastrophic injury, and your body has not even sent the notification yet. Then the pain arrives. His organs feel like a giant hand is tearing through them, and his whole body burns like it is being roasted from the inside. Shen Hongli screams until he loses consciousness, and the Shen family experts around him panic because nobody sensed an ambush, no spiritual energy fluctuation, nothing. A fresh nascent soul expert just exploded in front of them like the heavens filed a complaint. They rush to report it. In the Shen family main hall, the mood is already heavy. The family head Shen Hongyuan is gathered with several elders, and even the Shen family old ancestor, Shen Qianjun, a nascent soul 9th stage powerhouse who had been in seclusion, has appeared. The topic is me. Shen Hongyuan says there is no point pretending anymore. The Shen family and the Tianyan royal family seized my divine dragon luck, crippled my cultivation, and expelled me. We are already irreconcilable. If I do not die, I become the Shen family's mortal enemy. Some elders still start muttering, was I not crippled? How did I grow so fast in 2 months that even the 7th prince and Mu Wonking, both golden core experts, could not beat me? Did divine dragon luck have a second phase? Did they make a mistake stealing it? Shen Hongyuan slams the table and shuts that nonsense down. Everyone in that room received a piece of my luck, so nobody gets to eat the benefit and then act morally fragrant afterward. He reminds them that Shen Hongli entered seclusion with his share of the luck, and may soon become a nascent soul expert. Perfect timing because a servant rushes in and announces Shen Hongli already broke through. And then his chest exploded. The room goes silent, breaking through to nascent soul. Good news. Chest exploding. Less good. Pained almost to death. Terrible launch event. In the secret chamber, Shen Hongyuan asks his father Shen Qianjun what happened. Shen Qianjun examines Shen Hongli and says the injuries do not look like an ambush or poisoning. Strange. Too strange. Shen Hongyuan remembers Gao Fu and Han Kai, the two stewards who were also mysteriously injured before. He explains the old incidents, and Shen Qianjun's expression turns darker. This does not look like a normal attack. It looks like curse art. Curse art is one of those terrifying methods that can kill invisibly from thousands of miles away, without anyone noticing. It is treated as a dark art, condemned by the righteous path, because nobody likes a spell that skips the fight scene and goes straight to internal organ failure. Someone finally asks if it could be me. Everyone hesitates. They stole my luck, crippled me, and threw me out, so motive is obviously not the issue. The problem is logic. Even if I have golden core strength now, Shen Hongli is nascent soul. How could I curse him? Then Shen Hongli spits blood and weakly begs his big brother to save him. Of course, the real answer is simple. I am nowhere near them. I am just eating pills. The Shen family refuses to let a brand new nascent soul expert die, so Shen Hongyuan takes out the family's treasured blood rui, a special heaven and earth treasure that nourishes qi and blood and restores injuries. Under its effect, Shen Hongli finally stabilizes, which is helpful for me, because after extorting a mountain of toxic pills from Dean Zhou Chengyuan, I was still not satisfied. Once I reached 9th level golden core, I robbed a Shen family caravan near South City and seized another batch of medicinal pills and treasures. Ding. Host is continuously consuming a grade 3 spirit pill, the blood burst pill. Side effects successfully transferred. Ding. Friendly reminder. Side effect transfer target Shen Hongli's health bar has decreased to 2%. Please pay attention, host. 2%. That is not a health bar. That is a blinking apology. Then the blood rui kicks in. Ding. Shen Hongli's health bar has risen to 35%. Host, you can go wild. The system basically hands me a green light. So I keep eating. Ding. Host's blood, bones, internal organs, and muscles are continuously being burned. A powerful force is transforming the spiritual energy within the host's body. Ding. Spiritual energy transformation successful. Host has broken through the nascent soul barrier and become a nascent soul expert. One pill after another goes down. Any ordinary cultivator swallowing this much toxic medicine would explode, melt, combust, and regret every ancestor they ever had. I feel nothing but progress, because every backlash is being donated to Shen Hongli like a charity drive from hell. My cultivation does not stop at the barrier. Nascent soul first layer. Nascent soul second layer. Then the panel starts flashing red. Ding. Friendly reminder. Side effect transfer target Shen Hongli's health bar has decreased to 1%. Please pay attention. Ding. Side effect transfer target Shen Hongli is on the verge of death. Please do not continue to court deaths. I say, why is this guy so fragile? He just became nascent soul. I expected premium durability, at least enough to carry me a few more rounds. But no, the man is folding halfway through the meal. Ding. Host has killed Shen Hongli. Host gains 25,000 evil points. Ding. Host currently has no side effect transfer target. Please be careful and do not continue to court death. I look at the explosive yuan pill in my hand and toss it away. Without a target, the next side effect hits me, and I am not here to experience my own medicine. I am not that committed to realism. Still, I complain. The cultivation speed is too slow. I thought Shen Hongli would help me climb higher, but I only reached nascent soul 3rd layer. Next time, I need a more reliable target who does not die halfway. If anyone else heard that, they would want to slap me. In this short time, I went from 8th level golden core to 3rd level nascent soul, 5 minor realms, and I am standing here calling it slow. This is not hard work anymore. This is cheating and then being disappointed. The cheat did not bring snacks. Naturally, I still credit my efforts. Who says effort is useless? Look at my strength. Clearly, this is the result of tireless work rewarded by the heavens. The system only played a tiny, insignificant role. If the system had emotions, it might award me evil points for shamelessness. Back at the Shen family, everything erupts. Shen Hongyuan screams that whoever harmed his second brother will die. Not because the brotherly bond is deep enough to move mountains, but because Shen Hongli was a newly born nascent soul expert, and the family's foundation just lost a pillar before they even got to show him off. Shen Qianjun is now even more convinced it was a curse. No matter what treasures or power they used, they still failed to save Shen Hongli. Then another servant reports that I ambushed a Shen family caravan in South City and stole all the medicinal pills and treasures. Shen Hongyuan loses it. His brother is dead, grief cannot fix that. But if he captures me and extracts my opportunity, maybe the Shen family can recover the loss. So under his command, the Shen family sends out a large number of experts to capture me. Tianqing Academy and the Tianyan royal family get the news too. Soon, countless forces rush toward South City. Some want revenge. Some want my secret. Most pretend those are different motives. Because I attacked the caravan near South City, experts cover the sky and earth, searching tens of thousands of miles around the area. The Shen family, Tianyan royal family, and Tianqing Academy lead the hunt. With smaller forces tagging along like this is a public treasure event. Fang Zui leads Fang family experts through a mountain range near South City, searching with a special light from her glabella that scans hundreds of miles. She finds nothing at first. Then a brilliant light shoots out from a nearby valley. A long sword floats in the air, covered in Dao patterns and profound writings, glowing like a heaven-rank magic treasure. And that is a big deal. Magic treasures on the Kinglian continent are ranked heaven, earth, profound, and yellow, with saint artifacts and divine artifacts above them. Divine artifacts are legendary, saint artifacts belong only to top powers, and even the Tianyan royal family has only one heaven-rank magic treasure as a national treasure. The Fang family does not have even one. So Fang Zui sees that sword and immediately bites. She orders her people into the valley to seize it. Inside, she senses restrictions around the sword. She attacks with brilliant star-like light, and the restrictions activate, turning into thunderous divine abilities that suppress her. She realizes too late that if the lightning hits, she dies. The Fang family experts rush to save her. Then a sword cry erupts behind her. One sword light cuts across the valley, striking at the exact moment Fang Zui and her people are busy resisting the restriction. Front has thunder. Back has sword light. Perfect pincer. No refund. Two Fang family experts sacrifice themselves to block the attack, reducing its power, but the sword light still sweeps through the group. Many Fang experts die or fall wounded, and Fang Zui collapses badly injured. Then I appear behind her. She is terrified when she sees me. I tell her she wanted to kill me, so I am right here offering the chance. Unfortunately, she is a bit useless. I have been waiting for them for so long, and they only just arrived to die. Very inconsiderate. My schedule matters. She asks if the whole place is a trap. Correct. She asks how I knew she would be the one to arrive first and seize the treasure. I did not. I have been waiting here until she arrived. Then I wave my hand and strip away the illusion array covering the valley. The original scene appears, and the smell of blood rolls out. Corpses are everywhere. Shen family experts. Tianqing Academy experts. Tianyan royal family experts. More than 100 cultivators who join the hunt. All dead. Fang Zui finally understands. I did not set this trap only for her. I set it for anyone who wanted the treasure, wanted my secret, or wanted my head. The door was open. They walked in. Very enthusiastic guests. Terrible survival rate. She calls me ruthless, inhuman, depraved, worse than a beast. I thank her for the praise. They wanted to capture me, kill me, and pry secrets out of me. Their skills were inferior, so they died. Cause and effect. Clean accounting. We both understand the next part. She wants me dead because I humiliated her in Tianqing Academy. I want her dead because she came hunting me with her family experts. No misunderstanding left. Just killing intent. Fang Zui moves first. A 9-layer divine building appears in her hand, swelling into a huge structure tens of thousands of feet tall. It releases vast divine might and suppresses the area around me. 10,000 manifestations, divine building. Earth rank magic treasure. It is the Fang family's only Earth rank magic treasure, given to Fang Zui by their old ancestor as a life-saving trump card. She uses it immediately because she knows I am dangerous. Good choice. Still not enough. I activate the Thunder Divine Body and stand beneath the pressure without dodging. Space twists around me, but it cannot move me. My body has been refined by lightning and strengthened by all the positive effects of the pills, while everyone else ate the backlash. Copper skin, iron bones, premium unfairness. Fang Zui is shocked that I can withstand an Earth-rank magic treasure with my body alone. I ask if she is surprised. Then I strike back. Lightning power erupts from my palm. Divine abilities collapse the 10,000 manifestations divine building's projection. and the treasure shrinks until it lands in my hand. Fang Zui is alarmed, but before she panics, the void ripples behind me. Jiang Muxin appears with a group of powerful cultivators, smiling sweetly with hatred in her eyes. She says we meet again. Behind her, the void for hundreds of meters is sealed tight. She has brought Jiang family experts and other helpers, 8 Golden Core experts, and more than 10 Foundation establishment cultivators. Fang Zui reveals she was stalling me the whole time. The moment she saw me, she secretly sent Jiang Muxin a message to bring experts and surround me. She thinks this is the reveal. I laugh and thank her for delivering Jiang Muxin and all those experts to me. Jiang Muxin orders them to kill me but take me alive. 8 Golden Core experts and over 10 Foundation establishment experts attack together. Spells, divine abilities, and magic treasures rain down from every direction, locking the space so tightly the void starts cracking. It is supposed to be a sure-kill strike. I just smiled. With a wave of my hand, the floating heaven-rank sword hums and flies into my grasp. Then it transforms into a jade plate, blazing with divine light. The jade plate expands across thousands of miles, enveloping Fang Zui, Jiang Muxin, and every expert she brought. Their faces finally change. The heaven-rank sword was fake. The whole thing was a phantom array I created to stir up desire and lure in hunters. Not just Fang Zui and Jiang Muxin. Everyone who wanted to kill me, seize my treasure, or rob my opportunity. They came for bait and called it destiny. I suppress the jade plate and the formation detonates. The thunder great array I prepared inside the valley erupts. Even a nascent soul expert would suffer inside it, and now its full power explodes outward. The void for thousands of miles turns to dust. The valley vanishes into thunder. Everything inside is swallowed, leaving only streaks of lightning spreading through empty space. I do not stay to watch. The explosion is too massive. The Shen family, Tianyan royal family, and Tanking Academy experts will rush over immediately. And I have no interest in getting surrounded by nascent soul experts just to admire my own handiwork. Besides, Fang Zui and Jiang Muxin cannot survive that blast with their strength. The system confirms it while I am already far away. Ding. Host killed Fang Zui. Host gains 3,000 evil points. Ding. Host killed Jiang Muxin. Host gains 3,000 evil points. Ding. Host killed a group of experts from the Fang family, Jiang family, and others. Host gains 60,000 evil points. So they really died. Strictly speaking, they did not start as deep enemies. Back when I was still the glorious Shen family young master, both tried to get close to me. I rejected them, they turned love into hatred, and when I fell, they rushed to kick me while I was down. Bad decision. They kicked an iron plate and dragged their family experts into the trap with them. The fake heaven-rank magic treasure pulled in a huge crowd and made me rich in one shot. Counting everyone I killed before, my evil points now reach over 100,000. Finally, financial recovery arc. And the trap has another purpose. Everyone's attention will be drawn to the explosion. The Shen family's nascent soul experts will rush out to investigate and hunt me, which means the Shen family itself is emptier than usual. So I turn toward the Shen family. Everything connects. Lure the experts out, detonate the fake treasure trap, then hit their home while their strongest people are away. Revenge is not only violence. Sometimes it is scheduling. At the Shen family, a guard rushes into the main hall and reports to Grand Elder Shen Ju, the one left behind, that I have returned and am standing outside the gates. Shen Ju's pupils shrink, and killing intent bursts from him. The family has been searching everywhere for me, and now the good-for-nothing delivered himself to the doorstep. He calls it excellent and flies out to meet me. Just as I expected, Shen Hongyuan and Shen Qianjun, the 2 main nascent soul experts, have led more than half the family's experts away to hunt me. What I did not expect is that the Shen family still has another nascent soul expert guarding the house. Grand Elder Shen Ju, nascent soul 3rd stage. Outside the Shen family, I stand with my hands behind my back, calm enough to annoy everyone on sight. The guards glare and curse. I killed Shen family members, yet I still dare appear here. Do I think I am still their young master? Coming here is just a lamb entering a tiger's den. They are only waiting for Grand Elder Shen Ju's command. Then they will swarm forward and try to capture me alive. I look at the Shen family experts outside the gate and ask why there is a dog barking here. Naturally, they hate that. One of them threatens me, so I point out that the dog not only barks, it threatens people too. And now everyone is offended. Very sensitive for people standing in front of the family that stole my divine dragon luck and threw me away like expired medicine. One Shen family expert cannot take it anymore. He gathers magical power and strikes at my face. Bang! His attack barely reaches me before a stronger stream of light smashes him hundreds of meters away into a wall. He faints on impact, life or death unknown. 8th level foundation establishment, handled like a loose leaf in a storm. I tell them I came today for the Shen family bloodline. If anyone else blocks me, they die. That shuts them up fast. A little killing intent does wonders for crowd control. Then a furious roar tears through the air, and nascent soul pressure rolls toward me. Grand Elder Shenju arrives from the void, full of dignity, full of anger, full of confidence. For about half a second, I do not even turn around. I wave one hand, and Shenju is blasted hundreds of meters away, crashing into the ground and coughing blood. Nascent soul 3rd stage, down in one casual move. The guards stare like the family manual just burst into flames. I walk over and look down at him. Old dog still alive. He trembles and tries to remind me he is still my 3rd grandfather in seniority. Oh yes. The classic family card emergency button. Very useful before stealing my luck. Less useful while lying in the dirt. I stomp on his chest and ask who framed me for assaulting the 9th princess, who seized my divine dragon luck, who crippled my cultivation, and who planned the whole thing. Shen Ju denies everything. The Shen family never stole my luck, never crippled me, never plotted. I was expelled because I disgraced the family. So I look between his legs. He is old. He probably does not need that anymore. Let me perform a public service. One scream later, blood flows beneath him. Ding. Host tortured Shen Ju, severing his root. Host gains 10,000 evil points. 10,000 from one humiliation. The system is basically saying, yes, please bully higher-level enemies responsibly. Then Shen Hongyuan arrives, furious enough to shake the sky, with more than a dozen golden core Shen family powerhouses behind him. He calls me a beast and says today he will cleanse the family by eliminating me. I look at him and smile. Beat the old dog, here comes the younger dog. And where is the even older dog hiding? The Shen family elders almost explode from anger. Old dog, young dog, doghouse. I have upgraded the entire Shen family into a kennel, and nobody likes the rebrand. One elder roars that I am too presumptuous. I say if that is bold, I can be bolder. Then I strike Shen Ju's Danshan and cripple all his cultivation in front of everyone. Ding. Host crippled Shen Ju's cultivation. Host gains 30,000 evil points. Shen Ju screams that his cultivation is gone. Then I stomp again and crush his head into the ground. Blood sprays. Even with me dodging, some gets on my face, which honestly only helps the whole do not test me presentation. Ding. Host killed Shen Ju. Host gains 10,000 evil points. I pause at that. Crippling him gave 30,000, killing him gave 10,000. The system explains that before I crippled him, Shen Ju was nascent soul. Before I killed him, he was already a cripple. Great. Even evil has tax optimization. I look back at Shen Hongyuan and the high-ranking Shen family members. Now am I bold enough? A young Shen disciple sees the blood and collapses from terror. The rest retreat. Even the elders are pale. Grand Elder Shen Ju was nascent soul 3rd stage, and I erased him like he queued into the wrong matchmaking bracket. Shen Hongyuan is afraid, but beneath that fear is greed. He sees my growth and understands there must be a huge opportunity on me, something even stronger than divine dragon luck. If the Shen family gets it, they might rise above the Tianyan royal family. Because, of course, they see me kill their grand elder and the first instinct is still, can we loot him? Shen Hongyuan talks big. The Shen family is the #1 aristocratic family in the Tianyan dynasty. Do I think I can shake it alone? While speaking, he secretly sends a message to his father, Shen Qianjun, the nascent soul 9th stage old ancestor. He just needs to stall until the real pillar returns. I know exactly what he is doing, so I stop delaying. My aura erupts. Lightning floods my body. Thunder power flickers in my eyes, and the thunder divine body pushes my combat strength far beyond my visible realm. I am only nascent soul 3rd stage, but the power I release is no weaker than nascent soul 5th stage, maybe stronger. Shen Hongyuan's pupils shrink. A few months ago, I left this family crippled and stripped of luck. Now I am nascent soul. The elders behind him start repeating impossible, like the word is a shield. It is not. I tell them they can research how it happened on the Yellow Springs Road. Then I punch. Thunder gathers into my fist. Blood energy surges. Divine abilities, spells, Tao patterns, heavenly anomalies, all compressed into one strike. The thunder god's eyes seem to open inside the light. Shen Hongyuan senses death and tries to retreat, but I am faster. He raises both arms to block. The collision distorts the void for thousands of miles. Lightning explodes outward. The ground collapses. Weaker Shen Juniors are killed by the aftermath alone, and even the stronger cultivators have to retreat. I slide back 10 steps and recover. Shen Hongyuan is blasted dozens of miles away before he stops himself. He coughs blood, organs, and meridians damaged, his whole body screaming. He is nascent soul 5th stage, and after receiving divine dragon luck, his real combat power is no weaker than nascent soul 6th stage. Yet he still loses to one punch. Now he understands the gap. So he changes strategy instantly. Very family head behavior. No shame, just survival. He offers a deal. If I spare him, I can return to the Shen family. He will even make me young master again, and in the future, the whole Shen family will belong to me. The offer sounds generous if you ignore the part where he is obviously stalling for Shen Qianjun to arrive. I say it is tempting. He asks, but what? But it has no appeal to me. I kick his chest, shatter it, and crush the life out of him. Shen Hongyuan dies with disbelief still in his eyes, like he truly thought the come back home coupon would work after organ theft and death row. Ding. Host has killed Shen family head Shen Hongyuan. Host gains 80,000 evil points. Now that is a payout, as expected of a nascent soul 5th stage family head. Finally, someone in this family contributes properly. I take his storage ring, then look at the high-ranking Shen family members. Shen Jiu is dead. Shen Hongyuan is dead. Their legs remember humility before their brains do. They kneel. They cry that they were wrong, that it was all the family head's idea, that they are innocent. Innocent. These people helped consume my luck, watched me get framed, and kicked me out. Now suddenly, everyone was just standing near the crime scene holding tea. I ask if they thought about mercy when they schemed against me. Their faces twist with regret, but not the useful kind. They regret not killing me completely when they had the chance. And that is exactly why I cannot repeat their mistake. I tell them to take their regret to hell. Power erupts from my body and covers the dozen high-ranking Shen family members. They scream once, then fall. Ding. Host killed a high-ranking Shen family member. Host gains 5,000 evil points. Ding. Host killed a high-ranking Shen family member. Host gains 8,000 evil points. Ding. Host killed a high-ranking Shen family member. Host gains 10,000 evil points. The prompts keep ringing about 10 times in a row. Not as much as Shen Hongyuan alone, but a mosquito leg is still meat. Between Shen Hongyuan, Shen Jiu, and the elders, I am close to 200,000 evil points from this trip. Then I take their storage rings too, because revenge without looting is just poor resource management. I turn to the younger Shen disciples and the experts recruited by the Shen family. The recruited experts are not bloodline members. Their loyalty is mostly salary with decorative wording. So I give them one chance. Kill the Shen family disciples and submit to me as my dogs, and they live. Refuse and they are buried with the Shen family. The recruited experts look at each other. If they obey, Shen Qianjun may kill them later. If they refuse, I kill them now. Turns out later is a very persuasive timeline. Someone shouts kill. Blades come out. Screams fill the gate. Blood runs like a river, and Shen disciples fall in piles while the recruited experts prove their loyalty is extremely flexible. Ding. Because of the host gains 500 evil points for killing Shen family disciples. Ding. Because of the host gains 800 evil points for killing Shen family disciples. The indirect prompts keep coming, adding nearly 5,000 evil points. Not huge, but free change is still change. When the killing ends, I praise them and order them to gather all Shen family experts and disciples here. They lower their heads and obey immediately, the arrogance gone so fast it should be studied. I walk into the Shen family mansion. As the foremost noble family of the Tianyan dynasty, the Shen family's foundation is deep, and their treasury does not disappoint. After killing Shen Hongyuan, subduing the offerings, and clearing the gate, I stroll into the treasury and collect the cultivation techniques, elixirs, spiritual treasures, and accumulated resources the Shen family hoarded over thousands of years. 10 storage rings fill up with spiritual pills and miraculous medicines. 10 rings. This is not a treasury. This is generational wealth wearing a lock. And now I have the key, the rings, and zero shame. The Shen family's roots have been pulled out. With these resources, my strength can make another jump. Every medicine has toxicity, even proper elixirs. A normal cultivator eating even 1 ring's worth might explode. I look at 10 rings and see a buffet. I open the system panel. Transfer target, ninth princess of the Tianian dynasty, 100,000 evil points. Transfer target, Shen family old ancestor, 380,000 evil points. Transfer target, Tianian dynasty royal family old ancestor, 400,000 evil points. After everything today, my evil points have reached 420,000. Anyone in the Tianian dynasty who hates me can now become a side effect target. The menu is open. The ninth princess is my greatest enemy, but I skip her. She does not get to die mysteriously in the background. I will handle her personally. Shen Qianjun is also tempting, but he will return soon furious, and I will have to fight him. Using him as a transfer target now would waste evil points. So I choose the Tianian royal family old ancestor. Duan Kang, nascent soul ninth stage. One of the dynasty's peak pillars. Very expensive. Very durable. Perfect. Ding. Host spends 400,000 evil points and binds the Tianian royal family old ancestor as the side effect transfer target. Then I start eating. Ding. Host consumed body explosion pill. Ding. Host consumed body ignition pill. Ding. Host consumed death pill. I pour half a ring of elixirs into my stomach in one go. Hundreds of pills. My stomach almost bursts, but even that side effect gets transferred away. The medicinal power tempers my body in cultivation, while every backlash goes to Duan Kang. Nascent soul 4th stage. Nascent soul 5th stage. Nascent soul 6th stage. Nascent soul 7th stage. 4 minor realms in one run. My combat power surges several times over. Duan Kang's health bar drops from 100% to 12%. If I keep going, I might burn down the Tianian royal family's nascent soul 9th stage old ancestor in one sitting. But I finally found a sturdy target. I am not throwing him away after one meal. I check my panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Shen family abandoned son, side effect transfer system owner. Realm nascent soul 7th stage. Special trait Thunder divine body. Cultivation technique Thunderbolt heavenly lord inheritance technique. Items 10,000 manifestations divine building, earth rank magic treasure, and the Shen family treasury collection. Evil points 23,000. Side effect transfer target Tianian royal family old ancestor Duan Kang health bar 12%. The evil points are basically drained, but I have reached nascent soul 7th stage. It's not bad. Meanwhile, deep inside the Tianian imperial palace, Duan Kang is in seclusion when his whole body suddenly starts burning. His water evaporates rapidly, and he rushes out, only to crash into a rockery while screaming and struggling. Imperial experts look up and see their old ancestor on fire. Some panic. Some speculate he is practicing a fire technique. Some say he is nascent soul 9th stage, the #1 person in the Tianian dynasty, so even if he burns, he will be fine. That is confidence bordering on workplace negligence. Then the Emperor Duan Huayuan arrives. Without a word, he activates a terrifying cold technique. Mist freezes, air turns to ice, and Duan Kang becomes a human-shaped ice sculpture. Duan Huayuan orders everyone to withdraw and forbids the news from leaking. Then he looks at the frozen old ancestor, shaken. Why would a nascent soul 9th stage expert spontaneously combust for no reason? He suspects curse technique. Even with ice sky rejection freezing Duan Kang's body and stopping the surface flames, the old ancestor's vitality may still keep draining. So Duan Huayuan carries the ice sculpture to the Tianian dynasty's spiritual spring, a place rich with spiritual qi that can cleanse meridians, temper the body, heal injuries, and nourish spiritual energy. With the spring's nourishment, Duan Kang's injuries are slowly suppressed. Duan Huayuan tries to seal the news, but someone leaks it anyway. Especially the spies the 9th princess planted in the palace. They report the situation straight to her. Back at the Shen family, I call for Steward Shen En. An old black-robed man limps over quickly, almost calling me young master before correcting himself. Steward Shen En was originally the butler of my courtyard, and the only person in the Shen family who stayed loyal to me. When I was expelled, he was dragged down too. His status collapsed, and because he pleaded for me, someone broke one of his legs. So I hand him a high-grade pill from the treasury. It will heal his leg and increase his strength. He drops to his knees, thanking me as family head. I tell him to skip the ceremony and gather everyone in the Shen family. The Shen family estate is enormous. Main lineage, dozens of branches, attached factions, recruited guests, outer disciples, servants. Hundreds of thousands connected to the family in total, with around 10,000 living inside the mansion. I want control of that power. In the martial arts hall spanning dozens of miles, everyone in the mansion gathers. Shen family members, servants, outer disciples, and recruited people. They whisper anxiously, "Did I really kill the family head and become the new one? Was I not expelled? How did this happen?" Then my pressure descends. One by one, they kneel. Weaker disciples drop immediately. Even Golden Core experts struggle to stand, sweat pouring down their faces. The whole hall folds under my aura before I even speak. I stand above them and ask if they know me. Of course they do. I used to be the Shen family's genius, the Tianyan dynasty's prodigy, the ninth princess's fiancé, a Golden Core cultivator barely over 20. Many admired me. Some treated me as their goal. Then the scandal arrived, my cultivation was crippled, and the family expelled me for disgracing its name. Now I am back. I tell them it is simple. From now on, I am the Shen family head. Those who follow me prosper. Those who defy me perish. Anyone who disagrees can step forward and contest it. Nobody steps forward. They bow and pay respects, humiliated but alive. What else can they do? I killed the family head and grand elder. My aura alone pinned them to the ground. The former crippled young master has returned as someone who can defeat nascent soul experts. Then a sharp voice cuts through the hall. Shen Lianyi stands from the crowd, trembling but furious. She is Shen Hongyuan's beloved daughter, the little girl who once followed me around calling me Brother Yunting and begged me to teach her spells. That softness is gone. Now her eyes are full of venom. She says the Shen family raised me for over 10 years. Fed me, clothed me, taught me magic, and I repaid them by killing her father, killing the Grand Elder, killing countless Shen family members, and stealing the family head position by force. She calls me depraved and asks if I do not fear retribution. I look at her and almost laugh. When her father and those people conspired to strip my divine dragon luck and cripple my cultivation, where was this speech? When they buried me in death row and threw me away, where was her righteous outrage? What they suffer now is retribution. Actual cause and effect. Finally on schedule. I flicker forward and appear in front of Shen Lianyi. Her face changes. She opens her mouth like she wants to keep accusing me, but with me standing right there, cold-eyed, close enough to end her in a breath, no words come out. So I answer for her. Bang. My palm lands in Shen Lianyi's abdomen and sends her flying hundreds of meters. She crashes into the ground, coughs blood, and lies there twitching with only one breath left. A nascent soul cultivator's casual slap is not something she can tank with moral outrage and family privilege. The entire martial arts hall goes silent. Thousands of Shen family disciples. Not one heartbeat brave enough to be loud. I tell them the current Shen family is decided by me. Those who follow me prosper. Those who defy me perish. Anyone who opposes me can look at Shen Lianyi and take notes. Then I wave my hand. Her body explodes into fragments. Ding. Host killed Shen Lianyi. Host gains 3,000 evil points. 3,000 is not impressive anymore, but hey, coins are coins. The hall understands the lesson perfectly. Nobody speaks. Nobody moves. Suddenly everyone is a professional survivor. Then laughter rolls down from the sky. Shen Qianjun has returned. The Shen family old ancestor, nascent soul 9th stage, the strongest combat power of the Shen family, descends with pressure that covers the whole martial arts arena. Some weaker disciples vomit blood and faint on the spot. Very dramatic entrance. 10 out of 10. Shame about the timing. The moment he appears, the cowards who submitted to me start flipping sides like market prices. They beg the old ancestor to avenge the family head, the grand elder, and the dead clansmen. More and more people join in, glaring at me like they were not kneeling 5 seconds ago. Almost half the family chooses to betray me right there. I say nothing. I just remember faces. Shen Qianjun hears that I killed his son Shen Hongyuan, and his killing intent spikes. Still, instead of attacking immediately, he offers me a way to live. Open my divine soul, let him plant a divine soul mark, and become his dog. Amazing. The Shen family really only has 2 modes, steal my luck or leash my soul. A divine soul mark lets the controller decide life and death with one thought. No matter where the marked person runs, their soul can be detonated. Permanent dog collar, spiritual edition. I lift 5 fingers. 5 breaths. The whole arena quiets. Everyone understands this battle decides the family. If Shen Qianjun wins, I die. If he loses, the Shen family is mine, and everyone who betrayed me just signed their own obituary. Shen Qianjun sneers at my refusal and attacks first. No honor, no warning, just palms strike and thunder filling the sky. Lightning gathers into roaring dragons, sealing every escape route. The void twists under his power. He goes straight to his killing move. I calmly say 2 breaths. Then I clasp my fists and punch 7 or 8 times in a row. Thunder God Fist. The technique I comprehended from revered Thunder God's inheritance erupts. The void breaks open into black holes. Thick thunder power tears through hundreds of miles. Shen family disciples too close to the blast are swept into nothing before they can regret choosing the wrong side. The sky becomes lightning, and when the light clears, Shen Kaienjun is gone. No corpses, no bones, just dust. The Shen family old ancestor, nascent soul 9th stage. The family's combat ceiling, ranked second in the Tianyan dynasty only beneath the royal old ancestor, gets erased by my punches like a bad idea meeting consequences. The arena cannot process it. Some ask if he was killed by one punch or several. Brother, does it matter? Your old ancestor has been converted into atmosphere. The people who betrayed me drop to their knees, crying for mercy. They say they were confused, that they spoke nonsense, that they want another chance. Too late. Spiritual energy gathers in my hand, and explosions ripple through the crowd. The thousands of Shen family disciples who betrayed me all die violently. Ding. Host killed Shen family old ancestor Shen Kaienjun. Host gains 150,000 evil points. Ding. Host killed a group of Shen family disciples. Host gains 100,000 evil points. 2 prompts. 250,000 evil points. The system is practically applauding. As for the people who did not betray me when Shen Kaienjun arrived, I still do not trust them. I use soul techniques and plant marks deep in their souls. If they think about betrayal, their souls scatter and they die without burial. Simple governance. Very efficient. With that, the Shen family is truly mine. I ask Steward Shen N for the current situation. He reports respectfully. After the upheaval, the Shen family still has over 8,000 clan members, more than 300,000 servants, retainers, and outer disciples, 17 golden core experts, 128 foundation establishment experts, and countless lower cultivators. The family also controls 38 affiliated forces, over 3,000 shops, 2 spirit stone veins, and 1 spirit fruit vein. Monthly income, 100,000 low-grade spirit stones, 100 mid-grade spirit stones, and about 1 million taels of silver. For one dangerous second, I consider killing them all for evil points. Then I choose profit. Keeping them alive means they can generate spirit stones, pills, and natural treasures. And because I have side effect transfer, anything they earn can become cultivation fuel. Why burn the orchard when it grows poison fruit I can eat safely? So I start cultivating again. Ding. Host consumed exploding yuan pill. Ding. Host consumed exploding liver pill. Ding. Host consumed exploding body pill. The pills go down, but the system quickly starts warning me. Ding. Friendly reminder. Side effect transfer target Tianyan royal family old ancestor Duan Kang has dropped to 2% health and may die at any moment. Please do not overdo it. I stop annoyed. He is the royal old ancestor. How is he this useless? Does the imperial palace not have life-saving medicine? After hundreds of pills, I only rise from nascent soul 7th stage to nascent soul 8th stage. Only one minor realm. Horrible service. Duan Kang, meanwhile, is nearly dead. One moment burning, another smoking, then frozen as an ice sculpture, barely kept alive by the Tianyan dynasty's rare treasures. I do not know the exact palace situation, but the panel is clear. Keep going, and I send off my expensive transfer target. So I stop. I am the Shen family head now. I have resources. I do not need to torture my precious target to death in one sitting. I am a good person. Obviously, I cannot bear to watch someone suffer. Please ignore the previous 1,000 bodies. News spreads fast. I killed Shen Hongyuan, Shen Kaienjun, and Shen Ju, 3 nascent soul experts of the Shen family, and forcefully became the Shen family head. The whole Tianyan dynasty erupts. Everyone is talking. Was I not crippled? Was I not expelled for assaulting the 9th princess? How did I become a nascent soul expert and wipe out the Shen family's pillars in a few months? Even stranger, the Tianyan royal family stays silent. Not because they are calm. Because inside the palace, Duan Kang is critically ill, barely breathing, and the royal family is in chaos. Every member is panicking or scheming, and nobody has spare energy to publicly deal with me. Inside the 9th princess's mansion, Duan Kingsu sits in court attire, tapping the table. She is beautiful, cold, noble, and oppressive, the kind of woman men admire from afar because getting close feels like stepping onto thin ice. She is also the person who joined the Shen family to frame me and steal my divine dragon luck. Duan Kingsu asks her confidants what to do. The royal old ancestor is gravely ill, and the empire cannot fix him. Meanwhile, I have taken the Shen family and become the hottest disaster in the dynasty. Her ambition is not small. She is the emperor's beloved daughter, but she wants the throne. She believes she is better than her useless brothers, and she originally stole my divine dragon luck partly to strengthen herself and partly because of the legend. Whoever obtains divine dragon luck obtains the world. And the stolen luck did help her. She jumped from Foundation Establishment 6th level to Golden Core 3rd level, 6 minor realms in one streak. Fastest in Tianian dynasty history. Until I broke the scoreboard. Her advisors argue, but nobody has a clean plan. Against absolute strength, tricks are paper umbrellas in a thunderstorm. One advisor suggests reconciliation. After all, I am technically still her fiancé. If she wins me over, her dream of becoming empress becomes much easier. Others agree with one small issue. She stole my divine dragon luck and crippled me. Tiny relationship wrinkle. Almost rude to mention. Someone suggests that with her beauty and status, if she lowers her pride, she might charm me back. Duan Kingsu thinks it over and smiles. Since I became the Shen family head, as my fiancé, she should congratulate me. She sends eunuch Zhao to invite me to her mansion for a banquet, saying she has prepared it to apologize for the past. Eunuch Zhao comes to the Shen family hall, smiling so hard his face looks painful. I ask what that woman wants. Has she finally realized her mistake and come to apologize? He says the 9th princess believes there were misunderstandings and hopes I will honor her with my presence at a banquet. Misunderstandings. I was framed, jailed, crippled, stripped of divine dragon luck and expelled. That is not a misunderstanding. That is a felony with a guest list. I tell him to go back and say either Duan Kingsu comes to the Shen family to apologize, or I bring a butcher knife to her mansion and end her life. Then I order my people to drag the eunuch out, beat him half to death, and leave him with one breath so he can report. The courtyard fills with wailing until it finally stops. At the 9th princess's mansion, Duan Kingsu learns I refused her goodwill, beat eunuch Zhao half to death, and that he died shortly after returning. She understands perfectly. I was not hitting the eunuch. I was slapping her face through delivery service. She explodes with power, smashing furniture and ornaments into powder before calming herself. She hates it, but the situation is stronger than her pride. If she waits for me to come knocking, there may be no mediation left. So she decides to go herself. She has a maid carefully apply makeup, looks into the mirror, and swears in her heart that sooner or later she will make me fall at her feet. She still wants the throne. She still wants my opportunity. First, though, she has to survive the apology tour. Before she comes, I go to the Four Symbols Business Association. The Four Symbols Business Association is the largest chamber of commerce in the Tianian dynasty, with branches everywhere and influence even beyond this dynasty. Rumor says a spirit-severing expert stands behind it, and even the Tianian branch has nascent soul experts stationed. Even Duan Kang has to give them face. The moment I arrive, a steward is already waiting. Their branch president has heard of me and prepared a VIP room. Inside waits President Jiang Wenrui, the Tianian branch president. He looks friendly, all smiles and courtesy, but he is a businessman through and through. Sharp, ruthless when needed, and always looking at profit. He knows what everyone knows now. I lost divine dragon luck, was crippled, recovered in months, and returned strong enough to kill nascent soul 9th stage experts. So he treats me seriously. I tell him I need a large quantity of pills and heavenly treasures and hand over my list. The items are not rare for the Four Symbols Business Association, though many are useless to ordinary cultivators because the side effects are awkward. The problem is quantity. I am ordering in units of tens of thousands. Jiang Wenrui hesitates over the price. I place 2 storage rings on the table, 5 million low-grade spirit stones and 10 million silver taels. That gets his attention. 10 million silver is nice, but 5 million low-grade spirit stones is serious money even for the Four Symbols Business Association. He immediately gives me a black gold card, their highest level membership card. From now on, anything I buy from them gets a 20% discount, including this order. 20% on 5 million spirit stones saves 1 million. I do not care who you are, that is not a discount, that is a small nation's treasury politely stepping aside. He also gives me a storage ring with 1,000 assorted pills as a gift, and promises the rest will be delivered to the Shen family within 3 days. I accept and leave. On the way back through the Shen estate, every disciple and offering lowers their head, too afraid to meet my eyes. Good. Fear is not loyalty, but it works until loyalty is installed. I return to my courtyard, close the gate, and check the system panel. Side effect transfer target, Tianian royal family old ancestor Duan Kang. Health 8%. Several days of recovery and only 8%. This man is an imperial pillar with the durability of wet paper after my pill schedule. I decide not to cultivate for now. He is too valuable to kill by impatience. Then a guard reports that the ninth princess requests an audience. Duan Kingsu came at the perfect time. She arrives carefully dressed, with light makeup, graceful bearing, and the full aura of the Tianyan dynasty's #1 beauty. Countless noble young masters would throw themselves at her feet. Her eyes are soft, almost affectionate, like she can melt hatred by blinking. To me, she is a skeleton wearing expensive skin. I say she has courage coming to the Shen estate now. She reminds me she is my fiancé, so coming to see me is not excessive. Then she tries the soft voice, saying the previous misunderstandings caused me displeasure. I cut her off. There are not that many misunderstandings in the world. Her tricks do not work on me. She is only here because I am strong now. If I were still the cripple she helped create, I would already be dead in some forgotten corner. She is surprised I refuse so directly. Then she says words will not convince me, so she will show sincerity through action. She starts undressing. I cross my arms and watch like this is a performance evaluation. Duan Kingsu keeps checking my eyes, trying to find desire, hesitation, anything. She gets nothing. My heart is still water. She starts doubting herself because she has always been confident in her beauty, figure, status, and charm. The whole dynasty calls her #1 beauty, and I am looking at her like she is an invoice. When she stops, I ask why she is not continuing. She forces a sweet smile, finishes the act, and asks me to hug her because she is cold. I sneer. The dignified ninth princess, lowering herself to seduction just to reach a goal. I tell her I had once thought her more impressive, but now she is only insulting my eyes. My killing intent makes her tremble. She still asks if I am so heartless that I will not give her even one chance. Fine. I give her one. Go outside like that and run 3 laps around the Shen estate. Her eyes flash with killing intent, but she hides it and says we can talk when my anger fades. Then she gets dressed and tries to leave. I stop her. Does she think the Shen family is a public toilet? Come when she wants, leave when she wants. I order my people to seize her. Golden Core Shen family experts rush in from every direction and surround Duan Kingsu. Her face goes pale and she asks what I want. Wrong question. I remind her she accused me of assaulting her. If I do not properly follow that script, would that not make me less of a man? Then I slap her. Once, twice. Symmetry restored. My obsessive-compulsive streak thanks her for the sacrifice. Her cheeks split, blood leaks from the corner of her mouth. And now the #1 beauty of the Tianyan dynasty is learning that charm does not block palm strikes. She snaps, asking if I know who she is. She is the 9th princess, the emperor's beloved daughter. If anything happens to her, the Tianyan dynasty and her father will not let me go. I laugh at the threat. 9th princess or not, my temper is very bad. I may not be invincible in the world, but I am absolutely not scared of the woman who helped ruin my life now trying to threaten me in my own hall. Daring to threaten me is the real joke. So I tell Duan Kingsu exactly what she came here for. She wanted cooperation. She wanted to use me as a ladder to the Tianyan throne and become the first empress in the dynasty's history. Fine, I can fulfill that wish. One condition, she serves me well and becomes my maid. The moment she hears it, her breathing nearly stops. She came here thinking she was walking into negotiation. Instead, congratulations, she personally delivered herself into the mouth of the person she helped frame, cripple, and rob. That is not diplomacy. That is self-delivery with perfume. She calls me a beast, tears running down her face. And I can see the calculation cracking behind her eyes. Duan Kingsu has always been proud. 9th princess, dynasty beauty, cultivator, career woman, future empress in her own imagination. She never cared about ordinary men. Never lowered her eyes to them. For 20 years, no one had been worthy of her attention. Now she is looking at me pull out a collar and a leather whip from my storage ring. Her face says she already knows this is going to be the most humiliating chapter of her life. Ding. Host bullied Duan Kingsu. Host gains 500 evil points. Ding. Host made Duan Kingsu wish for death but unable to die. Host gains 1,000 evil points. The prompts keep coming. For 1 day, then 2, then 3. For 3 full days, I do not do what she feared most. I do not violate her. I do something colder. I seal her cultivation, put the collar on her, and grind her pride into dust. Her body is covered in whip marks, her fair skin ruined with wounds. I force humiliation onto the one person who once used reputation and accusation to destroy me. And the system keeps singing. Ding. Host made Duan Kingsu unable to endure. Host gains 2,000 evil points. By the third day, Duan Kingsu is lying on the ground on her last breath, barely moving. I lift her chin and thank Her Royal Highness for her companionship. Her performance was satisfactory, so as thanks, I decide to fulfill her request. I will personally kill her royal father. Then I leave. Duan Kingsu watches my back, and her emotions twist into one impossible knot. At first, she thought I would do the most beastly thing possible. But I did not. Instead, I left her body bruised, her dignity shattered, her cultivation sealed, and her mouth aching from the humiliating punishment I forced on her. She spits out a pile of marbles, cheeks throbbing so badly they feel like they no longer belong to her. And still, beneath all that pain, her mind is racing. How did I do it? She took my divine dragon luck. She helped cripple my cultivation. I should have been finished. A broken toy. A discarded genius. But in a few months, I became someone who can instantly kill nascent soul 9th stage experts. She wants to be empress. She wants the Tianian dynasty in her hands. But she does not want her father dead. She does not want the royal family destroyed. And with my current strength, even if Duan Huayuan and the royal old ancestor joined hands, she knows they are not my match. She tries to leave. My guards block her. They tell her my order clearly. Until I return, she does not step out of that room. If she forces her way out, they show no mercy. So the princess who came here to negotiate is now trapped in my courtyard, wounded, watched, and completely unable to stop the disaster she helped create. At the Tianian Imperial Palace, things are already ugly before I even arrive. 2 scandals are tearing through the capital. First, I killed the Shen family head, grand elder and old ancestor, then took the family for myself. Second, the royal old ancestor Duan Kang has some unknown condition where one day he burns, another day he freezes, another day he releases poisonous smoke. Very dignified, the dynasty's strongest pillar is basically rotating through side effects like a cursed weather forecast. Then I walk into the Imperial Palace alone. The road to the palace is packed. Imperial guards, palace experts, officials, cultivators, everyone staring at me in blue robes like I am a walking national emergency. They whisper fast, "Am I attacking the Imperial City by myself? Can anyone stop me?" The royal old ancestor is critically injured. The Shen family's 3 nascent soul experts are already dead. If this goes bad, some of them are already planning to run. Smart crowd. Cowardly but smart. Then Emperor Duan Huayuan appears. His aura is powerful, his face grim, and his killing intent is tucked badly behind his royal posture. He asks why I came. I ask if he is happy to see me. He is not. Obviously, the man wants to tear me apart. But he has investigated the pattern. Gaofu Hankai Shen Hongli Shen family experts Duan Kang. Strange injuries, no visible attacker, curse-like effects. The most suspicious person is standing right in front of him, smiling. So he swallows the rage and asks again. I tell him the truth, or at least the version that hurts most. I made an agreement with his daughter, the 9th princess. She traded her body for his head. That hits him right in the imperial blood pressure. He realizes he has not seen Duan Kingsu these past few days. Between the Shen family upheaval, my rise, and Duan Kang nearly dying, he lost track of her. Now he hears she was with me, sees my smile, remembers what happened to the old ancestor, and his anger finally breaks through. He roars that he will kill me. The whole palace watches as he charges. Officials and guards immediately start gambling emotionally. Some insist His Majesty is unstoppable. Others remember that I killed 3 Shen family nascent soul experts, and point out that Duan Huayuan is only nascent soul 8th stage. Then Duan Huayuan pulls out the Imperial Jade Seal. This is not decoration. The Jade Seal carries the national destiny of the Tianian dynasty, and its luck wraps around him in brilliant light. His cultivation surges from nascent soul 8th stage to nascent soul 9th stage, then settles at early spirit division stage. The emperor buffs himself with the entire nation's Wi-Fi, and starts shouting heroic lines about being the 45th monarch, and eliminating me for the dynasty. My ears practically ring from the performance. So I ask why he is barking so loudly when he is not a dog. Then I punch him. My fist breaks through the protective divine light around him before he can react. Duan Huayuan flies backward and smashes into the ground hundreds of meters away. The palace goes silent. The emperor arrived with the national destiny buff and got knocked down by one physical punch. No spell, no divine abilities. Just fist meets royal confidence loses. The crowd cannot process it. Did His Majesty lie down to sleep? Was it a fake match? Is he holding back? People please. He is bleeding. That is not strategy. That is damage. Duan Huayuan lies there, internal organs shaken, head buzzing, shame flooding his face. He sees the palace maids, eunuchs, officials, and guards watching him, and he knows he has lost face in front of the whole court. So naturally, he does what any embarrassed ruler with a cracked rib cage would do. He pretends he let me have one move. He stands up, twists his neck, and claims my punch only scratched an itch. I tell him bragging too much will hurt his back, and maybe he should wipe the blood from his mouth first. Only then does he realize blood is still pouring out like a faucet. Premium Emperor moment. Very regal. This time he stops playing. He pulls out the bronze sword in one hand and holds the imperial jade seal in the other. The bronze sword is the Tianian royal family's heaven-rank magic treasure. The same treasure the imperial ancestor once used to kill 2 nascent soul 9th stage experts. With the jade seal's dynasty luck healing him and raising his aura again, the crowd starts breathing hope. He rises into the air and unleashes his strongest attack. Drawing a sword to cut water, heaven and earth elemental energy gathers from hundreds of miles around, turning into countless treasure swords that lock down every escape route. The bronze sword blazes with Dao patterns, and Duan Huayuan strikes with full force. I stomp once. The ground cracks open, shattered stones fly up, and layers of stone barriers block the attack. All that royal pressure, all that heaven rank shine, and I answer with landscaping. Before Duan Huayuan can react, I punch him in the forehead. Bang! Blood sprays and he flies thousands of meters in an arc before smashing into the ground again. Instant defeat. Again. Now the palace is truly stunned. He had the bronze sword, the imperial jade seal, the national destiny buff, the whole dramatic package, and he still lost to another punch. I walk over, step on his forehead, and tell him to stop playing dead. Then I rub my foot against his face. Ding. Host severely injured Duan Huayuan. Host gains 5,000 evil points. Ding. Host tortured Duan Huayuan. Host gains 1,000 evil points. Ding. Host made Duan Huayuan wish he were dead from shame. Host gains 1,000 evil points. The prompts keep coming. Duan Huayuan is the Emperor, nascent soul 8th stage, and emotionally very flammable. The evil points from him are not huge each time, but they are steady. A plump sheep with a crown. I almost want to keep him alive just to shear him. He lies there pretending to be unconscious while I kick and grind him into the ground. A few kicks break his ribs. Cold sweat pours out of him, but he refuses to cry out because apparently if he is silent, this becomes less embarrassing. It does not. Finally, the people hiding in the shadows cannot watch anymore. 3 royal ancestors appear. The leader admits the Tianian royal family lost this battle and asks me to show mercy. I ask what happens if I do not. Then I kick Duan Huayuan in the face several more times. The emperor still tries to play dead. Respect for commitment. 0 respect for results. The lead elder finally releases his aura. Duan 4th ancestor, nascent soul 8th stage. Behind him are Duan 6th ancestor at nascent soul 6th stage, and Duan 7th ancestor at nascent soul 3rd stage. The 3 of them pressure the whole palace and warn me not to push too far. If I force the Duan clan into a death struggle, they will fight me to the end. I tell them if they are not afraid to die, then come. Ding. Host received resentment from Duan 4th ancestor. Host gains 2,000 evil points. Ding. Host received resentment from Duan 6th ancestor. Host gains 1,500 evil points. Ding. Host received resentment from Duan 7th ancestor. Host gains 1,500 evil points. Wonderful. They have arrived and are already paying rent. I get excited and stomp Duan Huayuan hard enough that he spits blood 2 or 3 meters. He finally breaks character and begs the ancestors to save him. I tell him to lie down and take the beating. As emperor, he cannot even endure a little pain. Pathetic. Then I stomp on his mouth and knock out who knows how many teeth, which at least solves the noise problem. The 3 ancestors lose it. Duan 4th ancestor pulls out his magic treasure, heat rising around him. The other 2 reveal their trump cards too. Their auras shatter the surrounding air. Then Duan 4th ancestor calls formation. Heaven and earth 3 talents array. The 3 ancestors become 3 streaks of light, locking together in the void. Phenomena gather, the sky cracks, the earth trembles, thunder rolls, and heavenly punishment seems to descend. For once, the royal family actually looks like it remembered how to be dangerous. Except they are using thunder in front of me. Adorable. I say they are not worthy to play with lightning in front of me, then spread my fingers. A bolt of lightning as thick as a baby's arm descends into my hand. I flick it forward and it shoots toward the 3 ancestors. Duan 4th ancestor panics and pours out all his power. The other two shove their cultivation into him, and he counters with rolling flames hot enough to melt iron beasts into liquid. The flames never reach me. My lightning blocks everything before it can even touch my clothes. Duan fourth ancestor cannot understand it. Three nascent soul ancestors using the heaven and earth three talents array, borrowing the power of heaven and earth, and they still cannot shake me. His face says the math has betrayed him. I tell him my power is beyond what they can imagine. Then I appear in front of him and grab his withered neck like I am picking up trash. He struggles, furious, demanding I let go. I give him a choice, surrender and live or resist and die. He starts declaring the Duan clan will never yield. Crack it. I twist his neck before the speech gets boring. Then I look at the other two ancestors and ask about their decision. Life or death? Their choice. They exchange one glance, understand the humiliation waiting for them, and slap their own foreheads. Rather than submit, they kill themselves. Ding. Host has slain Duan fourth ancestor. Host gains 120,000 evil points. Ding. Due to the host, two old ancestors of the Tianyan royal family committed suicide. Host gains 160,000 evil points. 280,000 in one scene. Worth the trip. Absolutely. I check my panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Shen family abandoned son, owner of the side effect transfer system. Realm nascent soul 8th stage. Special trait Thunder divine body. Cultivation technique Thunderbolt heavenly lord inheritance technique. Items 10,000 manifestations divine building, earth rank magic treasure, and Shen family treasure vault collection. Evil points 243,000. Side effect transfer target Tianyan royal family old ancestor Duan Kang, life bar 15%. Even Duan Kang recovered a little. Lovely. My expensive battery is still alive. Then I look back at Duan Yuan's. His ancestors are dead, and he is still lying on the ground pretending to sleep. I kick him in the face. He flies again, humiliation and hatred boiling out of him, feeding me more little prompts. Low value each time, but steady. I do not mind small change. Finally, I tell him it is time to go. His body explodes on the spot, torn apart with nothing left. Ding. Host has slain Duan Yuan. Host gains 100,000 evil points. Ding. Host has slain numerous Tianyan dynasty experts. Host gains 100,000 evil points. Anyone who resists dies. I push through the palace, slaughter the royal experts who stand against me, and go straight into the Tianyan royal treasure vault. 10,000 years of imperial accumulation, all emptied into my storage. Killing people and setting fires brings wealth sure. But confiscating property, that is the real economic engine. Between the Shen family and the Tianyan royal family, I am now obscenely rich. The dynasty itself basically exists in name only. Duan Yuan is dead. The royal experts are dead. The seventh prince, still injured from before, also dies in the purge. Almost every important royal family member is slaughtered. Only Duan Kang, the royal old ancestor, survives. Not mercy. Inventory management. He is still my side effect transfer target, and I have not squeezed him dry yet. After clearing the palace, I return to the Shen family and tell Duan Kingsu what I did. She stares at me, eyes wide, asking why I killed them. I remind her she wanted to become empress. Her father is dead. Her brothers and sisters are dead. The royal experts are dead. She is the only royal family member left. Dream fulfilled, right? Then I lift her by the throat with invisible force. She coughs, face flushing, eyes filling with malice. Yes, she wanted power. Yes, she wanted the throne. But she never wanted to become alone. Her father's siblings, royal family, all gone. Even if she becomes empress, what is left? Hatred floods her, but Duan Kingsu is still Duan Kingsu. She forces herself to calm down. If she wants revenge, she has to live first. Gain my trust. Endure. Wait for a chance to counterattack. So she smiles weakly and tells me everything I did was for her good. She does not care about being empress anymore. As long as she can see me sit on the Tianyan throne and stay by my side serving me, that is enough. Beautiful performance. Very tragic. Very calculated. Unfortunately, I have watched better acting from people begging for their lives. I walk closer and lift her chin. She trembles but tries to smile with all the charm she believes can move anyone. I ask if those words are true. Then I answer for her. She probably wants to tear me apart. Her body goes cold. She tries to hold it in, but her hatred is written everywhere. Her fists clench so tightly, her nails dig into her palms. She regrets letting me live after taking my luck. She should have killed me, torn me apart, fed me to dogs. If she had, none of this would have happened. I touch her cheek and ask if she hates me. Tears finally betray her. She wants to deny it, but she nods. She hates me. Good. I tell her why I killed Duan Huayuan and the royal experts. Because they were weak and I am strong. The weak are trampled by the strong. Law of the jungle. That is the rule of this world, and no one changes it by crying beautifully. My aura presses down on her until she can barely breathe. She struggles, but everything she does is useless. Then I tell her why I did not kill her immediately. I wanted her to understand that her choices caused the death of her father, her siblings, and the destruction of the Tianian royal family. I wanted her to live long enough to taste regret and self-blame. Even in death, she can carry that hatred with her. My pressure surges. Her body twists under it. She coughs blood and drops to her knees. I look down at her and call her an ant. Then I tell her to take her regret and unwillingness to hell. Bang! Duan Kingsu's head bursts into blood mist. Her body breaks into specks of light, scattering across the ground as if she had never existed at all. Ding! Host has killed Duan Kingsu. Host gains 30,000 evil points. After Duan Kingsu disappears from the room, I do not stand there mourning the mess. Please. I have a cheat system, 2 emptied treasuries, and a cultivation bottleneck staring at me like it wants rent. So I leave the room and head straight for the secret chamber. On the way, Shen family servants bow the second they see me. Respectful on the outside, terrified on the inside. Their eyes are basically screaming, "Please do not notice me, family head." And honestly, smart. The whole Shen family can feel the killing intent rolling off me, and nobody wants to become today's side quest. Inside the secret chamber, I sit cross-legged and bring out the pills. Not 1 bottle, not 2, a pile. I have already emptied the Shen family treasury and the Tianian royal treasury. Thousands of years, maybe 10,000 years, of accumulated wealth now belongs to me. I went from crippled abandoned son to walking treasury collapse. Overnight upgrades. Very subtle. Very humble. I choose dozens of pills with minor side effects, all useful for strengthening my cultivation, and swallow them like the world's most illegal breakfast. Ding. Host successfully consumed the foundation strengthening pill. Ding. Host successfully consumed the heavenly mystery pill. Ding. Host successfully consumed the breakthrough pill. The prompts keep ringing, one after another, and my realm rises from nascent soul 8th stage to nascent soul 9th stage. One more step and I reach spirit division. But that one step is not a step. It is a cliff with paperwork. Nascent soul 9th stage and spirit division 1st stage sound close, like one floor apart in a building, but cultivators get trapped there for life. Shen Qianjun was stuck there. Duan Kang was stuck there. 2 old monsters over 100 years, still no breakthrough. The bottleneck is not a door. It is a wall with a personality problem. Still, I am not desperate yet. In the Tianian dynasty, my current strength is already enough to walk sideways. Then the system speaks. Ding. Host side effect transfer target, old ancestor Duan Kang, has reached 0 health. Ding. Because of the host, old ancestor Duan Kang has died. Host gains 200,000 evil points. I pause. Duan Kang died. My guy, I was watching the life bar. I even stopped when he had 5% left because I needed him alive as my suffering container. I left him a sliver, a courtesy sliver. Apparently the royal old ancestor took that sliver, looked at my pill toxins, and resigned from existence. Unfortunate, because now I have no transfer target. And without a target, I cannot just keep swallowing pills forever. Pills contain power, sure, but every medicine has toxins. Too much pill toxin builds up in the body, and once it erupts, best case, cultivation deviation. Worst case, the whole person explodes. Most cultivators use pills as support, not as their entire business model. I obviously am the exception, but only when someone else is paying the invoice. So I check the panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Shen family head, side effect transfer system owner. Cultivation nascent soul 9th stage. Special trait Thunder divine body. Cultivation technique Thunderbolt heavenly lord inheritance technique. Items Imperial Jade Seal no rank bound to national destiny. Stronger national destiny means stronger power. Bronze sword magic treasure 10,000 manifestations divine building earth rank magic treasure. Shen family treasury collection. Tianian dynasty royal treasury collection. Evil points 793,000. Side effect transfer target none. It's not bad. Actually disgusting. The kind of panel that makes other young masters start checking whether their family has insurance. After killing Duan Huayuan, his bronze sword and the imperial jade seal naturally fell into my hands. The jade seal is especially interesting. It is tied to national destiny. If the Tianyan dynasty becomes the strongest dynasty on the Kinglian continent, that thing might even display power comparable to a divine artifact. Sounds amazing. Also sounds like emperor work. Hard pass. I am not built for court meetings, tax disputes, and smiling at officials who deserve lightning. At most, I can raise a puppet emperor later and let them stabilize national destiny for me. Delegation. Beautiful concept. For now, with nascent soul 9th stage cultivation, my physical body, and the Thunderbolt Heavenly Lord inheritance, I am confident even against a Spirit Division expert. And inside the Tianyan dynasty, there are no Spirit Division experts left. The dynasty itself is only a middle to lower force on the Kinglian continent. Around it are larger sects and stronger nations, the kind with real Spirit Division experts sitting guard. So yes, I am untouchable locally. But outside the beginner map, the expansion pack has teeth. Early the next morning, the sky is dim and the streets are empty. In the Shen family main hall, an old man in black robes waits with his hands behind his back. White hair, skin smooth like a child or a deep as an abyss. This is not some local elder with a dramatic beard. This is a Spirit Division stage powerhouse. Behind him stand two young men around 20 years old, dressed the same, both already Golden Core. One at Golden Core 3rd stage, one at Golden Core 2nd stage. Rare talents, apparently. Premium disciples. Matching uniforms. The whole visiting delegation came with branding. I walk out and ask who they are and why they arrived uninvited. While they study me, I study them right back. The old man is Spirit Division 4th stage. The disciples are Golden Core 3rd and Golden Core 2nd. Ignore the disciples. The elder alone could sweep the entire Tianyan dynasty before breakfast, which means his arrival is not random. I just became Shen family head. I just slaughtered the Tianyan royal family. I just pulled most of the dynasty's resources into my hands. Of course, someone stronger would come knocking. The only surprise is how fast the delivery service was. The old man introduces himself as He Kangxiao, second elder of the Yun Tian sect. Yun Tian sect. Now that name matters. The southern border is full of sects and dynasties, roughly divided among 3 sects and 4 factions, 7 top powers total. Each one has huge territory, countless disciples, and influence over dozens or even hundreds of lesser forces. Yun Tian sect is one of those 3 sects. It has several Spirit Division powerhouses and even an integration stage, Old Ancestor. And the Tianyan dynasty is one of its affiliated forces. So yes, the Yun Tian sect might ignore Shen family internal slaughter. Rich clans recycle themselves all the time, but the royal family getting wiped out. The whole dynasty thrown into chaos. Annual tribute of spirit stones and heavenly treasures suddenly looking unstable. That becomes their problem. I smile and say I failed to welcome an elder of the Yun Tian sect properly. He Kangxiao looks at me and asks if I know what happened yesterday. I ask what he means. He walks closer, stops a few meters away, and suddenly frowns. He did not expect me to be this strong at such a young age. Nascent soul 9th stage. So I ask if Elder He is itching for a spar. He smiles and says he has no intention of being my enemy today. Today. Important word. Cultivators love hiding threats inside polite grammar. Then he gets direct. The Tianyan royal family was massacred, and its 5 nascent soul powerhouses died by my hand, did they not? I ask what he means by that. Because that is the interesting part. A Spirit Division elder from a top sect is not really traveling here to cry over dead Duan family members. People at his level do not make house calls for sympathy. So what does he actually want? He says we should speak frankly. The 5 nascent soul powerhouses of the Duan clan died by my hand. I tell him he can eat whatever he wants, but he cannot say whatever he wants. Threats annoy me. Accusations annoy me. Spirit Division aura with no receipt. Also annoying. He Kangxiao falls silent for a while, then says the Tianyan dynasty is a subordinate force of Yun Tian sect, and he has seen everything that happened. Yun Tian sect can ignore the battle itself, but by killing the 5 nascent soul powerhouses of the Duan clan, I broke their rules. I tell him he has no evidence and is slandering a good person. Yes, a good person. Try to keep a straight face, audience. Then I point out his own logic. If everything happened inside the Tianyan dynasty, then it is an internal Tianyan matter. Even if Yun Tian sect oversees the dynasty, it has no right to interfere in every internal dispute. We stare each other down. Then he Kang Xiao finally reveals the real purpose. He says I am extremely talented, my future is immeasurable, and if I submit to Yun Tian sect, they will let the Tianian dynasty become mine. All its resources can belong to me, and Yun Tian sect will let yesterday's matter go. There it is. Recruitment with a knife behind the smile. In his eyes, I am only nascent soul 9th stage. Impressive, yes. Dangerous, yes. But not enough to scare a spirit division 4th stage elder. He thinks if I obey, Yun Tian sect gains a monster. If I refuse, he kills me before another force gets me. Very strategic. Very top sect. Very much assuming I applied for employment. So I laugh. He wants me to work for Yun Tian sect. Become their dog. Absolutely not. In my previous life, I already did the 9-to-5 misery routine. I transmigrated, got crippled, robbed, framed, betrayed, and handed a system. I am not clocking in for another boss. He Kang Xiao's face darkens. Killing intent leaks from his eyes, and he tells me not to refuse a toast only to drink a forfeit. I say I never drink. If he wants a drink, he can turn right after leaving the door. And if there is nothing else, he can hurry up and get lost. One of his disciples immediately loses control. He shouts that I dare disrespect his master, then strikes at me with killing aura in his palm. Boring. I wave my hand and the force hits like a sonic blast. The disciple flies hundreds of meters, staggers backward 7 or 8 steps, and vomits blood every step until the ground is red beneath him. The other disciple freezes. He Kang Xiao's face turns green and purple, and his killing intent becomes impossible to hide. Ding. The host has greatly angered He Kang Xiao, causing his state of mind to plummet. Host gains 3,000 evil points. Ding. The host has severely injured He Kang Xiao's disciple. Host gains 500 evil points. As expected, Spirit Division experts are high-quality emotional livestock. One casual slap near their dignity, and the points start falling out. Then He Kang Xiao releases his full aura. Majestic pressure crashes down from every direction, trying to crush me into the floor. He stands there with a smug little smile, clearly wanting to see whether my legs are as hard as my mouth. The answer, yes. I stand there calmly. Nothing happens. He pushes harder. The void trembles. The air groans like it is being squeezed to death. A normal expert would already be nailing, sweating, questioning their life choices. I am still standing. Because if he used magic or divine abilities directly, this might get troublesome. But aura pressure. With my current physical strength, I am basically a mountain with a bad attitude. He Kang Xiao starts losing composure. He has lived 1 or 2,000 years and has never seen something this strange. Ding. The host has made He Kang Xiao question his life. Host gains 3,000 evil points. Perfect timing. The system knows comedy. He finally says no wonder I am fearless, then warns me not to regret this in the future. After that, he turns and leaves in anger. His uninjured disciple glares at me, helps the wounded one, and the 3 of them leave the Shen family. I watch them go. He Kang Xiao is just a dog raised by Yun Tian sect, borrowing his master's power to bark. Unfortunately, today he failed to bite. If not for the whole Yun Tian sect behind him, I might have taught him a lesson on the spot. Fine, honest version. If I fought him directly right now, it is not clear who would teach whom. I am confident I can survive. Beating a Spirit Division 4th stage elder cleanly is another matter. Unless I use the system. And look at that. Duan Kang just died, leaving my transfer slot empty. He Kang Xiao, Spirit Division 4th stage, personally walked into my house and placed himself on the menu. He is not an enemy. He is a gift basket with an old man face. Ding. The host has spent 800,000 evil points. Side effect transfer target has been bound to He Kang Xiao. 800,000 evil points. Basically everything I had clawed together through the recent chaos poured into one target. I smiled. He Kang Xiao, I hope you are worth the price. Do not disappoint me. Then a mountain of bottles and jars appears in front of me. These are elixirs that nourish the soul and enhance cultivation. Now that I am rich, I do not need to rely on the nastiest pills with the most violent side effects. We have upgraded from back-alley medicine to premium poison. Still poison though, because even pills with mild side effects become horrifying when you eat them by the bottle. Good thing I am not the one paying for digestion. Ding. The host has consumed a bottle of Yangyuan pills. Ding. The host has consumed a bottle of Peiyuan pills. Ding. 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 The prompts keep ringing while I swallow more than 10 bottles in one go. And nothing. I look at the empty bottles and almost laugh. Is breaking from nascent soul ninth stage to spirit division really this hard? That much medicine should have pushed me through 2 minor realms earlier. Now the bottleneck just sits there, chewing quietly. Fortunately, I lack many things, but pills are not one of them. So I pull out another pile and continue eating. Several more bottles later, the wall finally breaks. My cultivation surges into the spirit division stage. And I understand immediately. Nascent soul ninth stage and spirit division first stage are not one small stage apart. My strength has increased by a huge margin. If the old me met He Kangxiao, I might not be confident in beating him. Now if we meet again, I can hit him until he forgets which direction Yun Tian sect is. Meanwhile, He Kangxiao is leaving the Shen family with his 2 disciples, trying very hard to look calm. One disciple is furious, asking why Master did not teach Shen Yunting a lesson. He Kangxiao waves it off and says there is no need to take me to heart. Very graceful, very composed, except his old face is already ashen. Then it turns purple. His body sways and he drops straight from the air. The disciples panic and rush down to him, only to find his abdomen swelling fast. In moments, it is round like a ball. Then the gas starts. Foul gas sprays out until the air itself feels punished. His belly deflates and He Kangxiao lies there cursing, confused and deeply, spiritually embarrassed. He has not eaten anything strange. He has no idea why his abdomen feels like it is on fire. Then the gurgling starts again. No way. Yes way. The dignified second elder of Yun Tian sect, Spirit Division 4th stage powerhouse, enters diarrhea mode in front of his disciples. I do not know the exact scene, but I know the cause. To protect this expensive fat sheep, I chose pills with mild side effects. But mild side effects multiplied by bottle after bottle. That is not mild. That is a customer service incident. Time passes quickly. More than a month goes by. During that month, I cultivate diligently. And by cultivate, I mostly mean eat pills, absorb the medicine, stabilize the realm, then eat more pills. Very traditional, very spiritual, extremely bad for someone else's stomach. With that method, I break through again, reaching Spirit Division's 2nd stage. For He Kangxiao, this month is pure torment. I consume 4 to 5,000 pills. 4 to 5,000. Even though I avoid the pills with heavy side effects, the mixed reactions nearly bloat him to death and almost kill him outright. And he still does not suspect me. Why would he? In his mind, I was only a nascent soul cultivator. Even if I could kill nascent soul 9th stage experts, how could I silently torture a spirit division elder from far away? That assumption is doing more work than his cultivation. Meanwhile, the Tianyan dynasty keeps falling apart. The Shen family losing its old family head and several nascent soul experts should have shaken it. But with me as the new powerhouse, the family interests do not suffer too badly. The royal family is different. All 5 royal nascent soul experts are dead, and without them, the Duan clan loses control of the dynasty. Ambitious forces rise everywhere. They fight over resources, territory, and influence. Other sects and neighboring dynasties start watching Tianyan like a wounded beast surrounded by knives. I ignore it. Unify the dynasty. Become emperor. Spend my time fixing the chaos. No. Even though the Imperial Jade Seal would grow stronger if I stabilized national destiny, I would rather consolidate my own cultivation. If Tianyan collapses, so what? Once I am strong enough, I can seize a better dynasty. The Shen family itself is only useful because it gathers resources for me. On one of those days, I visit the 4 Symbols Business Association's Tianyan branch again. Simple reason. From the Tianyan Royal Treasury, I obtained a huge pile of heavenly treasures. The ones useful for cultivation have already been eaten, absorbed, or otherwise turned into my strength. The rest look impressive but are not useful to me directly, so I sell them for more cultivation resources. In the reception room, President Jiang Wenrui welcomes me with a smile, saying the 4 Symbols Business Association failed to greet me properly. His mouth is polite. His eyes are shocked. Last time he saw me, I was only nascent soul. Now he cannot sense my cultivation at all. That can only mean my aura is restrained beyond his reach, or my realm is far above his. Either way, his face is doing the math and not enjoying the answer. I tell him no formalities. I came to sell a batch of items and buy another batch from the association. He asks what I want to sell. I place a storage ring in front of him. He scans it with divine sense, and his expression changes instantly. Inside are treasures accumulated by the Shen family and Tianyan royal family across thousands of years. Beast hides, magic weapons, materials for alchemy, artifact refining, and formations. Even 2 Earth rank magic treasures. Earth rank magic treasures are top tier in the Tianian dynasty. Even outside Tianian, they are valuable enough to make cultivators fight until the ground needs cleaning. President Jiang Wenrui's pupils widen. His heart practically starts beating through the table. He estimates the batch at about 1 million mid-grade spirit stones, though the exact value needs detailed calculation. I nod. 1 million is fine. Casual. Yes. Because I still have another half of the same kind of items that I did not even take out. Also, President Jiang is smart. Merchants care about profit, but smart merchants know when a long-term customer is worth more than squeezing one deal dry. He grits his teeth and offers not only the previous 20% discount on what I need, but another 20% discount on top. Now that is how you keep a whale in the pond. I thank President Jiang and hand him my purchase list. After breaking through to Spirit Division, I need higher quality pills in greater quantities. Ordinary pills are useless now. And while the side effect transfer system lets me ignore pill backlash, the transfer target is not immortal. If I consume too many trash pills with awful side effects and send He Kang Xiao to an early grave, I lose my expensive container. President Jiang checks the list and says most items can be prepared within 5 days, but 3 types of elixirs need to be transferred from elsewhere and cannot arrive quickly. That makes me frown. Of course it is those 3. They have the fewest side effects and the strongest energy. I only want 1,000 pills of each type. Very modest. Very reasonable. Only 3,000 excellent pills. Why is everyone acting like this is difficult? President Jiang continues before I can press him. In 10 days, the Four Symbols Business Association will hold a grand auction in Kainyu City, and he believes I will find something satisfactory there. That catches my interest. Kainyu City sits on the border between Yuntian sect and Qiancheng sect. The location is strategic, the spiritual energy is abundant, resources are rich, natural treasures appear often, and monstrous beasts roam nearby. Which means every major force has wanted it for ages. They fought, paid terrible prices, and still could not fully swallow it. So 1,000 years ago, several major forces signed a truce agreement and made Kainyu City independent, open for different forces to develop inside it. That turned the city into a massive gathering place for cultivators, merchants, gangs, sects, and opportunists with sharp smiles. In other words, perfect auction territory. I accept the invitation. President Jiang is delighted and starts arranging everything. His efficiency is no joke. Early the next morning, he personally delivers the auction invitation, plus the pills I requested. He said 5 days. He needed 1. Four Symbols Business Association may be greedy, but their logistics could bully an empire. Except for the 3 important elixirs that need outside transfer, the rest are already mine. After deducting the cost of the pills from the sale, I still earn 300,000 mid-grade spirit stones. Add that to the wealth from the Shen family and Tianian treasury, and my resources are absurd. The auction is 9 days away, so I return to seclusion. I eat pills until I almost feel like vomiting, but my realm refuses to move again. So I call up the panel. Side effect transfer target, He Kang Xiao. HP 35%. Only 35% left. I have to admit, Spirit Division targets are sturdier than Nascent Soul targets. Also, the pills I am eating now have lighter side effects, so He Kang Xiao is suffering but not instantly collapsing. A useful sheep. Expensive but useful. 9 days later, I arrive at Kainyu City. The city is enormous, covering millions of square miles, far larger than the Tianian imperial capital. Spiritual energy is dense, resources are everywhere, cultivators use it as a transit point, and business is so lively the whole city feels like a marketplace with walls. I do not wander. I go straight to the auction site. After I present the invitation, a white-haired elder with restrained aura personally comes out to greet me. He is Qi Wenhao, 5th elder of the Four Symbols Business Association, a Spirit Division 3rd stage expert. He smiles and says I must be the Shen family head. I nod and introduce myself as Shen Yunting. Under Elder Qi's guidance, I enter a private room. He chats warmly for a long time, but the longer he looks at me, the more shocked he becomes. President Jiang Wenrui was only nascent soul, so he could not judge my realm clearly. Elder Qi is Spirit Division 3rd stage. He can. And what he sees is not someone who barely broke through to Spirit Division. He sees Spirit Division 2nd stage. A man in his 20s at Spirit Division 2nd stage. Elder Qi spent 1800 years just reaching Spirit Division, and here I am arriving like the cultivation ladder had an express lane. In his mind, either I am a monstrous prodigy or I carry an enormous fortune. Either way, he decides befriending me has benefits and no downside. Good instinct. After Elder Chi leaves, I sit calmly in the VIP room and wait. Eventually, the auction begins. A woman in a red palace dress steps onto the stage. Exquisite, graceful, voice sweet enough to pull cultivators into a daze. She introduces herself as Lin Yue, the host of the auction, thanks everyone for coming, says the usual polite words and bows. Then the real show starts. She brings out a round tray and places the first item in the display cabinet. 8 treasures glazed necklace. The necklace is beautifully crafted, made at great expense by the Four Symbols Business Association. But the beauty is not the main selling point. During production, they added 8 defensive magical artifacts into it, then invited 2 Spirit Division stage mighty figures to arrange multiple defensive formations. Result: it can withstand a full power strike from a nascent Soul 9th stage cultivator. The hall immediately stirs. Plenty of female cultivators are already tempted by how beautiful it looks, but the real weight is the defense. A necklace that can block a nascent Soul 9th stage full force attack is not jewelry anymore. That is a second life hanging around your neck. A nascent Soul 9th stage cultivator is already top combat power in the Tianyan dynasty. Even across the southern border, that is not some nameless sidewalk expert. And most of the thousands of cultivators at this auction are only Foundation Establishment or Golden Core. So a necklace that can block one full-force nascent Soul 9th stage attack. That is not an accessory. That is wearing emergency customer support. Lin Yue stops the explanation and announces the rules. Starting bid 1 million low-grade spirit stones. Each increase must be at least 100,000. The hall jumps immediately. 1 million, 1.1 million, 1.3 million, 2 million. The price keeps climbing while I look at the necklace and lose interest. It is useful, sure, but not for me. If someone at nascent Soul 9th stage hits me, the necklace is not the main problem. They are. Still, the bidding is fierce enough to surprise me. This is only the first item, and it is already flying into the millions. Which means the later items will probably make wallets start coughing blood. Good thing I came prepared. Otherwise, if I saw something I needed and lacked money, I might have to do the classic cultivator fallback. Kill, loot, and call it opportunity. The 8 treasures glazed necklace finally sells for 4.08 million low-grade spirit stones. Then Lin Yue brings out the second item. Yan Yang Divine Fruit. A staff member carries up a fiery red tray, and on it sits a red fruit tinted bright purple, like it has been scorched by flames. The moment it appears, overbearing fire attribute spiritual energy rolls out from it. Lin Yue explains that the fruit comes from the underworld volcano. If refined, it can temper the physical body and improve cultivation. Strong effect. Strong risk. The fire energy inside is so violent that one mistake can burn the user to ash. The crowd starts buzzing at once. Some cultivators are excited. Some warn about the danger. One declares he is determined to get it and will make trouble for anyone who competes. Cute. Because I can feel the power inside that fruit too. Overbearing. Dangerous. Could burn someone alive. That is exactly my shopping category. Other people refine it and pray. I refine it and send the bill to He Kangxiao. Lin Yue announces the starting bid, 2 million low-grade spirit stones, with each increase at least 200,000. 2 million, 2.5 million, 5 million, 5.2 million. The price rises fast. 6.5 million, 7 million, 7.5 million, 10 million, then all the way to 20 million. At that point, the fruit is already near its normal value. So I raise my paddle. 25 million. The hall turns toward my private room at the same time. That is the beautiful sound of everyone realizing I am not bidding. I am removing the item from the conversation. The Yan Yang Divine Fruit is precious, yes, but around 20 million is already the sensible limit. If they bid higher, they might win, or they might just become the unlucky person I made overpay. No one wants to be that fool. So the room gives up, Lin Yue strikes the hammer, and the Yan Yang Divine Fruit becomes mine for 25 million low-grade spirit stones. After that, the auction keeps moving. 4 more rounds pass, each one heavily contested. Boundary-breaking pills, special artifact-refining methods, alchemy techniques, and other good items. The Four Symbols Business Association did not come here to sell scrap. Anything won here is basically guaranteed profit. Then Lin Yue announces one of the highlights. A mid-grade Earth-tier divine ability, Phantom of Wind. Starting bid 5 million low-grade spirit stones. Each increase at least 500,000. The venue goes quiet. Everyone stares at the technique book in her hand, because Earth-tier divine abilities are extremely rare. In the Tianyan dynasty, only the Tianyan imperial family and the Shen family had Earth-tier divine abilities, and those were only low-grade Earth-tier. This one is mid-grade Earth-tier. Phantom of Wind is a support-type divine ability that combines speed and illusion. Profound, slippery, and extremely useful. And for me, if I combine that with my Thunder divine abilities, the result could be disgusting. The bidding explodes. 5 million, 8 million, 30 million, 50 million. In less than a quarter of an hour, the price reaches 70 million. Most cultivators tap out there because yes, Earth-tier divine abilities are powerful, but selling your whole bloodline for one movement technique is how families become cautionary tales. Only two sides keep fighting. One voice calls 75 million. I look at the VIP box opposite me. Inside is a gray-robed middle-aged man with sharp eyes and a bad temper sitting right under the skin. Nascent Soul 9th Stage. Someone in the crowd identifies him, Elder Wei Zun, an outer elder of Yun Tian sect. Yun Tian sect again. These people are everywhere. Like subscription fees. Then another voice cuts in. 78 million. This second bidder is a young man, and the crowd recognizes him immediately. Gu Tingsheng, beloved grandson of the general elder of Qing Tian Sword Sect. Qing Tian Sword Sect is a superforce comparable to Yun Tian Sect, and Gu Tingsheng's status is even higher than Elder Wei Zun's. So now the auction has turned into a polite financial knife fight between two top forces. Everyone starts guessing who will win. I just watch. I want Phantom of Wind, absolutely. But I am not in a hurry. There are easier ways to get a technique than paying 80 million in public. Elder Wei Zun asks Gu Tingsheng to give Yun Tian Sect some face and let the item go. Gu Tingsheng says Yun Tian Sect's face is something he should give. Elder Wei Zun relaxes for half a second. Then Gu Tingsheng adds that he has plenty of money, and if he does not spend it, his heart feels uneasy. Translation: your face is optional, and today I left it unchecked. Elder Wei Zun smiles instead of exploding. He says young Master Gu is truly a young hero, and since Gu has made up his mind, he will not insist. Calm on the outside. Inside, very likely writing murder poetry. Gu Tingsheng seems almost disappointed the old man does not rage. Then he bids 80 million low-grade spirit stones and looks at Elder Wei Zun like he is waiting for applause. No one else bids. Lin Yue scans the hall, confirms silence, and announces Phantom of Wind sold to young Master Gu for 80 million low-grade spirit stones. Gu Tingsheng's satisfied smile is hard to hide. Then he turns his gaze toward my private room, because he sensed a trace of killing intent from my direction. And Gu Tingsheng is not some harmless rich kid either. The moment he notices someone may be scheming against him, he decides he will not let that person go. Across the hall, Elder Wei Zun also congratulates him with a faint smile and a dangerous glint in his eyes. Two auras spread out from opposite sides, and the air drops cold. I watch them both and smile. Interesting. But Gu Tingsheng gives me a strange sense of familiarity. So I activate the system's detection function. A light flashes in my eyes and his panel appears. Character Gu Tingsheng. Identity, grandson of the general elder of Qing Tian Sword Sect. Charm 92. Strength Nascent Soul 9th Stage. Golden Finger, Rage Empowerment System. As long as he makes people angry, he can obtain certain rewards. Ding. Another system detected. It can be devoured. This system will gain the power of devouring, and the host has a certain probability of gaining power after devouring. I go cold. Another system. That means another system owner. Maybe another transmigrator. Maybe even someone from the same world as me. And no, I do not feel warm hometown friendship blooming in my chest. I feel the exact opposite. In a world like this, one system owner is destiny. Two system owners is a workplace conflict with lethal benefits. Whether he is from my hometown or not, Gu Tingsheng cannot be left alive. After Phantom of Wind, the final item appears. An Earth rank high-grade magic treasure, only one step below Heaven rank. In some ways, it is even better than a Heaven rank treasure. The hall tears itself apart bidding for it, and it finally sells for more than 90 million low-grade spirit stones. The auction ends. People begin leaving. I scan the crowd, but Gu Tingsheng is already gone. Fine. I leave Kainyu City as a streak of light and travel until I reach a dense forest surrounded by mountains. Then I stop, turn toward the empty void, and smile. Following me all this way, is he not tired? A shadow slips out of the void in a strange flash. Gu Tingsheng. He smiles and says his stealth technique has its own uniqueness, and he did not expect me to discover him. I ask if he followed me here to kill me and steal my treasures. He waves it off and says no, he only came to get to know me. Then he asks if I am a transmigrator. That one word lands hard. So he knows. The moment I used my system to inspect him, I exposed myself to his system too. On the surface, I stay calm and ask what he means. Gu Tingsheng laughs, satisfied, and says we should be from the same hometown. He is from Madu in Daxia Kingdom, then asks which province I am from. Look at him. Small talk before murder. Very social. I ask why he is trying to get close. Fellow countrymen meet, tears stream down their faces, sure. Now say the actual purpose. He says we are fellow countrymen after all, so for the sake of coming from the same place, he will give me a free ride straight to hell. There it is. Friendship ended before the group photo. His figure vanishes, moving fast enough to blur. I look at him with disdain. A nascent soul cultivator with a system dares attack me, a spirit division expert. But I know system owners are dangerous, so I do not play around. I release my pressure across thousands of miles. The wind shifts, clouds rise, and lightning gathers above the sky. Thunder floods the void as my aura erupts, and for a moment I look less like a cultivator and more like heavenly punishment with a pulse. I push my spiritual energy to the limit and strike with killing intent. Countless bolts of lightning pour down like rain, tearing apart everything within 1,000 miles as they crash toward Gu Tingsheng. His face changes, but he does not collapse. He says, as expected of a system owner, my first move is a killing blow. Correct. Full marks. Then he roars that he is not afraid, gathers heaven and earth's spiritual energy into purple power, and forms an ethereal long spear in front of him. He pours everything into it, and the spear shoots out like a dragon. Break for me. The spear slams into the lightning. Boom after boom shakes the sky. The void collapses in huge sections. Mountains, rivers, flowers, and trees are destroyed in the aftermath. The spear pierces through bolt after bolt, dozens of them, and keeps advancing until it is almost at my throat. Gu Tingsheng gets smug immediately. He says I acted arrogant, but I am nothing special. Wonderful. His system rewards anger, and he still cannot resist talking mid-fight. Some talents are universal. I wave my hand. The thunder gathers again into a giant palm in the sky. Divine thunder rolls for thousands of miles. Passing cultivators far away stop and stare, seeing only a massive thunder god roaring in the firmament, like a deity has been angered. Gu Tingsheng admits the display is powerful, but says I forgot what it means to break a surface with a single point. He focuses all his power into the spear. And yes, he breaks through. The thunder palm starts collapsing under his concentrated attack. Then I disappear. He focused everything on my divine ability. He forgot I still have a body. I appear right in front of him and slap his chest. Light palm. Quiet palm. No dramatic thunder, no heavenly image, no giant special effect. The real killing move. Gu Tingsheng panics and raises both arms to block. Crack. His arms shatter. His body flies backward, smashing through mountain after mountain before crashing to the ground as a bloody mess. He tries to rise, sways, collapses again, and coughs blood like his body is refunding itself. That palm looked gentle, but it carried both my physical strength and hidden power. If his body had not been strengthened by his system, and if he had not used spiritual energy to defend himself, he would already be paced. Even so, most of his combat power is gone. Now he understands. The flashy lightning was bait. The real strike was my physical body. He cannot understand why my body is so strong. After his own system modified him, he did not even fear ordinary spirit division first or second stage experts. Yet he could not block one palm from me. Then he tries the fellow countryman card. He tells me to stop. We come from the same place, we are practically family and friends, so why not join forces and create a grand legacy together? I tell him to take that dream to hell and have it there. For me, one transmigrator with one system is enough in this world. Other variables do not need cooperation. They need burials. I gather power in my hand and strike down with a killing palm. Gu Tingsheng's face twists with rage. He swears he will repay this grudge 100, 1,000 times in the future. Then he pulls out a jade talisman. Light flashes, wraps around him, and his body vanishes. Teleportation jade talisman. Even I am surprised. That thing can tear space instantly and send someone elsewhere. It is said to be a treasure passed down from the god realm, rare across the entire Kinglian continent, almost impossible to find in the southern border even once in 10,000 years. I have only read about it in ancient texts. There is no way Gu Tingsheng got it normally. His system must have given it to him. The talisman can teleport someone within 100,000 li. Finding him in that range by myself would be difficult, so yes, he escapes. Unexpected but reasonable. A transmigrator with a system dying this easily would make his golden finger look cheap. Still, he is badly injured, probably hiding somewhere half dead. The next time we meet, he dies. Ding. Host has severely injured Gu Tingsheng. Host gains 50,000 evil points. 50,000. Not bad at all. Then a better thought hits me. Why not use Gu Tingsheng as the next side effect transfer target? He has status, strength, and his own system. The beloved grandson of the General Elder of Qingtian Sword Sect should be a high-quality container. I check the cost. Side effect transfer target Gu Tingsheng, 800,000 evil points. Of course, only nascent soul 9th stage, but more expensive than normal because he has a system. The system even explains there is an additional charge. Naturally, even cheats have premium pricing. I ask whether his system can nullify my side effect transfer. The answer is firm. My side effect transfer cannot be nullified by any external force. Only my death or the transfer target's death can end it. Good. Now I only need enough evil points to bind him. Tens of thousands of li away, Gu Tingsheng falls into a secluded valley from the void and hits the ground hard. His face is deathly pale, blood spilling mouthful after mouthful. He escaped the killing blow, but the space around him had already been twisted by my power, so the teleportation jade talisman did not save him cleanly. His organs and meridians are nearly shattered, and the talisman itself makes his heart bleed. He bought it from his system store at a huge cost, and he only had one. That was his final life-saving trump card, the reason he dared act fearless in front of stronger enemies. Now it is gone. So is most of his confidence. He swears revenge, promising to make me repay today's hatred 1,000 and 10,000 times over. Then he activates a jade slip, sends it flying in a certain direction, and hurries away. With his system and healing elixirs, his injuries are not fatal, just costly. Once he recovers, he will come for revenge. Good. Let him bring more value. I do not chase him. I return to Yan province, the capital of the Tianian dynasty. Then the air tears open. Several streaks of light shoot over from the distant void and land in front of me. About 10 people appear, all wearing the same uniform, all with strong auras. The weakest are Golden Core, and one is even Spirit Division. Yun Tian's sect. Again. Before the elder can speak, a young cultivator steps forward, glaring at me with poison in his eyes, and demands to know whether I secretly harmed his master. This is Zhou Yu, disciple of He Kangxiao. He was one of the disciples who came with He Kangxiao to the Shen family last time, and now he has delivered himself back. Beautiful timing. After meeting Gu Tingsheng, I need evil points. I need a lot of evil points. And here comes Yun Tian sect, walking toward me in matching uniforms like a gift basket with legs. So I smile and ask whether his master He Kangxiao is dead. If so, when is the funeral? I Shen Yunting will definitely come join the fun. Zhou Yu snaps instantly. He roars that I dare curse his master and charges at me. He is Golden Core 9th stage. In Tianian, that counts as powerful. In Yun Tian sect, it is talent. In front of me, it is a warranty claim waiting to happen. I lift my foot and kick. No spell, no divine abilities, just the physical body. Zhou Yu snorts, decides to meet kick with kick, and copies me. Bang. Bone breaks. His body flies backward, crashes to the ground, and vomits blood. The leg he used against me is destroyed in a comminuted fracture, hundreds of bones broken at once. He screams that it is impossible. He is a Yun Tian sect prodigy, a dignified Golden Core 9th stage expert. How could he lose to an unknown nobody like me? I call him trash. Then I appear in front of him and stomp down on his chest. His chest caves in. His ribs merge with the ground. His organs, meridians, and flesh are crushed in one blow. He coughs blood, twitches a few times, and dies. Ding. The host has killed Zhou Yu. Host gains 10,000 evil points. Only 10,000, but quantity matters. There are still about 10 more waiting. I take Zhou Yu's storage ring and put it away. Murder and fire bring gold. Even pocket change is still money. The Yun Tian sect elder and the others arrive just in time to see the body. Their eyes fill with rage. Apparently Zhou Yu rushed ahead before the elder gave an order, and now the reunion has become a funeral preview. The leading elder asks how I dare kill a disciple of Yun Tian sect. Then he says old and new grudges can be settled. Either I leave on my own, or he sends me on my way. I tell him to stop wasting words. If he wants to die, I will send him. Lightning flashes in my hand, and I throw it into the crowd. Rumble, rumble. The ordinary Yuntian sect disciples cannot withstand heavenly lightning at all. In an instant they are struck into charcoal, their lives wiped out. The elder erupts. Yuntian sect is one of the 3 sects and 4 factions of the southern border. Everywhere they go, people respect them. And now I am slaughtering their disciples right in front of him like I am clearing weeds. He pulls out a formation plate. Light flashes, black mist covers the sky, and countless rays of starlight descend from above, all pouring into the formation plate in his hand. Under the starlight, his aura swells violently. He laughs and says it is my honor to die under his Star Radiance Grand Formation. Originally, he is Spirit Division First Stage. With the formation's enhancement, his cultivation rises all the way to Spirit Division 4th Stage. In his eyes, killing me will only take minutes. I look at the Star Radiance Grand Formation and shake my head. Flashy and impractical. The Elder has dragged himself from Spirit Division 1st Stage to Spirit Division 4th Stage with borrowed starlight, formation plate glowing, black mist rolling, acting like the sky just signed his employment contract. Then the lightning in my hand flares. For one instant, the entire void is bright. He does not even understand what happened before the lightning hits him. His body is torn apart on the spot. His nascent soul tries to escape, but it gets destroyed too. No comeback. No ancient elder hidden inside the soul. Just a clean deletion. I tell him that even if a mere Spirit Division 1st Stage cultivator borrows 3 realms, trash is still trash. Acting arrogant in front of me was the real formation mistake. Then I pick up his storage ring, and the storage rings of the Yun Tian sect disciples. Because discipline matters, especially financial discipline. Ding. Host has killed 3 outer disciples of Yun Tian sect. Host gains 15,000 evil points. Ding. Host has killed 8 inner disciples of Yun Tian sect. Host gains 80,000 evil points. Ding. Host has killed a Yun Tian sect elder. Host gains 220,000 evil points. Over 300,000 evil points, delivered in uniforms. These were not disciples and elders. These were mobile recharge packs with sect badges. I do not celebrate for long. I turn into a stream of light and rush back toward the Shen family. My speed is like lightning. In just a few breaths, I reach the outskirts of the estate. Then I stop. Because the entire Shen family is gone. The vast estate has been razed to the ground. Charred earth, broken ruins, lingering destructive power still hanging in the air. My home base has been flattened while I was out. My expression darkens. Not because I am sentimental about the Shen family. Let us be very clear. Those people adopted me for my divine dragon luck, helped ruin me, stripped me, expelled me, and only became useful again after I seized control. Emotionally, we are not doing family dinner. But the Shen family is mine now. My property. My resource-gathering tool. My dog, if you want the cruel version. And someone kicked it to death in my yard. As I stare at the ruins, a mocking laugh sounds behind me. An old man with sinister eyes steps out, smiling like he has been waiting for applause. He introduces himself as Luo Yunshan, City Lord of Pelang City. Then he says he originally thought someone who dared offend Qing Tian Sword sect must be extraordinary. Now it seems my Shen family was nothing more than this, completely vulnerable. So that is what happened. Gu Tingsheng could not beat me himself, so after I left him half dead, he used his grandfather's influence from Qing Tian Sword sect to pull in Luo Yunshan. Luo Yunshan is the city lord of Pelang City, and if killing me wins favor with the general elder of Qing Tian Sword sect, of course he accepts. In his eyes, I am just the head of a small family in the Tianian dynasty. Easy favor. Cheap head. He tells me I have offended both Qing Tian Sword sect and Yun Tian sect, leaving myself no road to heaven and no gate to earth, so I might as well end my own life. The killing intent in my eyes stops hiding. Luo Yunshan feels it. His body trembles like he has fallen into ice, but he still forces himself to act calm. He says I am on the verge of death and still showing off. Seeking death. I speak the words softly, then vanish. The next instant, I appear in front of him and punch. Bang. My fist smashes into his chest before he understands I moved. His body flies hundreds of meters and crashes into the ground, opening a huge pit across a 100-meter radius. Then he screams. A very dignified, very Spirit Division 4th stage scream. Extremely educational. He thought Cultivator battles were spells, divine abilities, range, light, formations, proper technique. Then I walked into close combat and shattered all his internal organs with raw physical strength. He clutches his chest, face twisted, and roars that I ambushed him. Pelang City will not let me go. Qingtian's sword sect will not let me go, still threatening me with cities and sects when his organs are holding a resignation meeting. I look at him and ask how someone like him should be changed. No answer needed. He cannot change. He can only die. I stomp down on his head. Crack. His head bursts into blood mist, foul air spreading as the body goes still. Ding. Host has killed Luo Yunshan. Host gains 260,000 evil points. That number makes me smile. As expected of a Spirit Division 4th stage expert. High-quality death, generous reward. Then two people rush over from nearby. One man, one woman. They cry out Master and Father when they see the headless corpse. The man is Luo Yunshan's senior disciple, Qin Jun, Golden Core 6th stage. The woman is Luo Yunshan's daughter, Luo Jingning, Golden Core 3rd stage. Both under 30. In Yan province, they count as geniuses. Qin Jun stares at me with bloodshot eyes and asks if I killed his master. I tell him he is asking the obvious. My gaze passes over Qin Jun almost instantly. I have no interest in him. Luo Jingning, though, is delicate, pretty, fragrant, and terrified, which means she thinks beauty is still a bargaining chip. I ask how the two of them plan to die. Their faces go pale. They want revenge, obviously. Master dead. Father dead. Hatred overflowing. But Luo Yunshan was Spirit Division and still died under my foot. What are a Golden Core 6th stage and Golden Core 3rd stage supposed to do? File a complaint. They tremble. I pick up Luo Yunshan's storage ring, toss it lightly in my hand, and say if they do not choose, I will choose for them. Then I offer mercy with teeth. Heaven has the virtue of cherishing life, so I can let one person go. As long as one of them kills the other, they survive. Their faces turn even whiter. If they refuse, I kill both. Luo Jingning breaks first. She grabs Qin Jun's sleeve and reminds him he said he liked her, said he would marry her. Surely he can sacrifice a little for her. Qin Jun realizes what she means. He is also secretly gathering spiritual power, ready to strike. But Luo Jingning is faster and more ruthless. Her sword leaves the sheath and stabs straight into his abdomen. Qin Jun's eyes widen. He tries to drag her down with him, but she pulls the sword free and slashes his neck before he can finish. His head falls. His body follows. Senior brother, fiancé material, emotional shield, all processed in one motion. I clap. It's not bad. Very decisive. Luo Jingning silently mourns Qin Jun for about 3 seconds, then drops the sword, puts on a charming smile, and kneels at my feet. She says she has done what I asked and begs me to spare her life. If I do not mind, she is willing to stay by my side, serving tea and water. She crawls forward and hugs my leg, looking up with tears in her eyes, pitiful enough to make most men soften. I smile gently and say since she requested it like this, I naturally have to grant her wish. Her heart does not relax. Good instinct. She looks at me and feels like she is not staring at a normal man, but a ghost that crawled out of hell. Then I say I do not kill women. Before I change my mind, leave. She rises trembling, sees that I am not moving and runs in panic, afraid one slow step will cost her life. I watch her flee. Then I raise my hand. A bolt of lightning falls from the sky. Bang! Luo Jingning is struck without even screaming. Her body chars, her bones shatter, and she turns into dust scattered across the land. Ding! Host killed Qin Jun. Host gains 2,000 evil points. Ding! Host killed Luo Jingning. Host gains 1,500 evil points. She thought she could destroy my escape route, touch my property, survive the little game, and walk away clean. Too naive. The commotion around the ruined Shen family is too big to hide. Soon, forces from the Tianian dynasty rush over. The ones who know my reputation see the situation and immediately run. Smart. The ones who do not know enough and still try to get close become dead souls without exception. Then several more streams of light arrive. A gray-robed elder leads 7 black-clad experts in uniform. He looks over the ruins, sees me standing calmly with my hands behind my back, and asks what happened here and whether I know who killed his city lord. This elder is Luo Yunshan's confidant, the second strongest expert in Pilang City, a genuine nascent soul 9th stage cultivator only one step from Spirit Division. The 7 people with him are also Pilang City experts. I look at them and call them ants courting death. Their faces turn ugly at once. They are nascent soul experts from Pilang City. In the Tianian dynasty, even the old royal ancestor would treat them respectfully. So being called ants by some young man, their pride cannot digest it. Then one of them sees Luo Yunshan's corpse, realizes the city lord is truly dead, and still jumps out to threaten me. He tells me to surrender, or they will be impolite. Before he can enjoy his own sentence, a chill opens on his neck. Blood sprays from a hole in his throat. His head explodes. He drops dead, full of disbelief. That was a nascent Soul 5th stage expert, top 5 in Pilang City, and he died before he understood the attack. The others panic. The gray-robed elder shouts for everyone to split up and retreat. Good idea. Too slow. He barely moves before a streak of light blocks him. One dull sound later, his body explodes into blood mist and dust. The remaining 5 scatter in terror, wishing they were born with extra legs. But their speed, to me, is no different from snails auditioning for urgency. I kill all 5. The system prompts keep ringing, and after these 7 Pilang City experts die, I gain another 300,000 evil points. A wash, maybe, in terms of points. But my anger does not settle. Around me, the forces watching from a distance are terrified. They have heard I annihilated the Shen family leadership, seized the family head position, and destroyed the Tianyan royal family. Now they watch me kill Yun Tian sect people, Pilang City experts, nascent soul cultivators, even spirit division experts, as if strength itself has become a rumor. They whisper that I am the legendary god of slaughter, Shen Yunting. They wonder how I gained this terrifying power so fast. They stare at me like I am a thunder god descending. And I stare at the scorched ruins of the Shen family. Again, not grief. Ownership. If someone kills even my dog, I owe that dog revenge. Luo Yunchen destroyed my resource base. He came from Pilang City, so Pilang City pays. My gaze turns thousands of miles away, toward the south of the Tianyu Empire. Pilang City is one of the Tianyu Empire's 4 ancient cities, located at the southernmost edge of the empire. The Tianyu Empire is not a small place like the Tianyan dynasty. It has hundreds of cities and dozens of spirit division experts. Pilang City is only the lowest ranked of the 4 ancient cities, and it is still powerful enough to look down on Tianyan, which makes my next idea insane. And once it appears, it takes root immediately. Luo Yunchen destroyed the Shen family, so I will destroy Pilang City. My body becomes a streak of light, and I rush straight toward it. Above Pilang City, the calm sky suddenly changes. Lightning and thunder tear through the darkness, illuminating the entire ancient city like daylight. The city is vast, majestic, spanning millions of miles, far more prosperous than the Tianyan capital. Then I appear above it. Everyone below looks up and freezes. The cold in my eyes and the killing intent around me make the whole city feel like it has fallen into an abyss. To them, I must look like a demon god descending. I silently activate lightning and thunder fusion. Countless bolts of lightning roar across the sky. One after another, each thick as an adult's arm, flashing over Pilang City. Vast divine power presses down, centered on the city lord's mansion, covering tens of thousands of miles. Luo Yunchen has not returned, obviously. He also took half of Pilang City's high-end combat power with him when he left, which means the city is emptier than it should be. Several experts from the city lord's mansion rush into the air. The leader asks who I am, why I entered Pilang City, and what I intend. Then he reminds me that Pilang City is one of the Tianyu Empire's 4 ancient cities. If I commit evil here, it is the same as declaring war on the Tianyu Empire. He tells me to think twice. I do. Then I give him 2 words. Die. Violent power gathers, and lightning falls like rain. Rumble. Rumble. The experts who rushed forward are blasted to ashes instantly. No trace left. The thunder keeps falling, round after round, centered on the city lord's mansion, spreading destruction through Pilang City. The entire city trembles like the world is ending. Wherever lightning passes, everything becomes scorched earth. Shops collapse. Aristocratic family compounds shatter. Sect holdings and buildings crumble under heavenly thunder. Screams rise everywhere. Some curse me as a beast. Some swear they will become vengeful spirits. Some kneel and beg, saying they are innocent and asking me to spare them. I show no mercy. Round after round of lightning answers them. Were there innocent people among them? Probably. But were there innocent people in the Shen family when Luo Yunchen flattened it? Also probably. This is not justice. This is repayment. Anyone who kills my dog, I make their whole city accompany it in death. Thunder shatters the darkness. Heaven and earth are not benevolent, treating all things as straw dogs. What I am doing damages public morality, sure. Fortunately, I have no public morality, so there is not much to damage. In a short time, the prosperous ancient city becomes ruins. Millions of cultivators in Pilang City are annihilated under the lightning. Then the system speaks. Ding. The host annihilated millions of cultivators in Pilang City. Host gains 4 million evil points. Ding. The host's total evil points have exceeded the 4 million mark, enabling the second position for side effect transfer. The host consumes 2 million evil points, and side effect transfer target position +1. Now that is an unexpected surprise. 4 million evil points plus a second transfer slot. That changes everything. With 2 transfer targets, I can split side effects between them, alternate them, or keep one as backup while the other suffers. Flexible suffering management. Very advanced. I choose immediately. Gu Tingsheng becomes the second transfer target. Ding. Congratulations to the host for spending 2,800,000 evil points to enable the second side effect transfer target. Side effect transfer target is bound to Gu Tingsheng. Side effect transfer target Gu Tingsheng HP, 64%. He has already recovered to more than half. That actually surprises me. I know how badly I injured him. Anyone else would have died. Even with his system, he was nearly gone. Yet in this short time, he has recovered to 64%. His rage empowerment system really is not ordinary. Good. The stronger he is, the better container he becomes. Then an overwhelming aura sweeps over Pilang City. A beam of light descends from the sky, and a man in flowing white robes appears in the void. His presence is vast, domineering, almost like a god looking down on the ruined world below. This is Bai Qingshan, town south king of the Tianyu Empire, one of the empire's top 10 powerhouses. He looks at the destroyed Pilang City without changing expression, but the killing intent in his eyes is intense. I narrow my eyes. This one is dangerous. I activate the Eye of Investigation. Character Bai Qingshan. Identity Lord Zhenan of the Tianyu Empire. Charm 86. Strength Spirit Division 9th Realm. Golden Finger none. Spirit Division 9th Realm. 6 minor realms above me. And as Lord Zhenan of the Tianyu Empire, his spells and divine abilities are not in the same class as the cultivators I have been crushing. Aside from integration realm powerhouses, few people in the Tianyu Empire can defeat him directly. This is not Luo Yunshan. This is an actual threat. Bai Qingshan asks calmly whether Pilang City was destroyed by me. I see the killing intent in his eyes and hate the way he looks down at me. I am the one allowed to be arrogant. Other people doing it in front of me is offensive to the natural order. So I ask who he is and what this has to do with him. He laughs coldly. I slaughtered a Tianyu Empire city, killed Tianyu Empire cultivators, and still dare ask what it has to do with him. Then his aura surges toward me like a tide. I feel the power immediately. My physical body is strong. With the thunder divine body, my toughness is not too far from his. But toughness has limits, and if he uses spells or divine abilities instead of hitting me directly, I am at a disadvantage. So the answer is simple. Run. I become lightning and vanish from his sight in an instant. Bai Qingshan's eyes narrow. He says escaping in front of him is a pipe dream, then raises his hand and sends out a palm. Rumble. The void across tens of thousands of miles collapses under that power. The palm force comes after me like a mountain falling with the speed of lightning. I sense the danger and strike back with all my strength. Bang! My methods shatter. The palm is weakened, but it still hits my chest. I hear cracking, feel the force arrive, and then, nothing serious. An itch. Not because I can truly ignore Bai Qingshan's attack. No. The side effect transfer system moved the damage onto my targets. Then the system warns me. Ding. Friendly reminder to the host. The host's side effect transfer target He Kangxiao has had his HP reduced to 5%. Please be careful, host, with your reckless actions. He Kangxiao is down to 5%. Last time he was at 18%, and after resting so long, he should have recovered somewhat. One palm from Bai Qingshan dragged him straight to death's doorstep. I check the panel. Gu Tingsheng is also down to 50%. Good heavens. That is Spirit Division 9th Realm for you. One palm and my first transfer target is nearly deleted, while my shiny new system owner container loses a chunk too. Good thing I bound the second target when I did. Otherwise He Kangxiao would probably have been sent directly to the afterlife. For me, the palm is painless. For He Kangxiao, it is misery. He had already been half crippled by my pill's side effects, and no matter how many heavenly materials he used, he could not fully recover. He finally patched himself up a little, and then an invisible attack breaks who knows how many ribs and knocks him unconscious again. Gu Tingsheng is not much better. With his system's help, he bought piles of healing pills and combined them with his own reserves, finally recovering most of the damage I left him with. Then for no reason at all, another force slams into him, breaks 5 ribs, damages his internal organs, and leaves him furious. He looks around, unable to find whoever ambushed him, and curses into empty air, swearing he will tear that person apart. Beautiful. He is hunting for a ghost, and the ghost is my billing department. I spit out a mouthful of blood, and my face turns pale. Not because Bai Qingshan actually damaged me in any meaningful way. My body is strong, the side effect transfer system is doing its job, and the real damage has gone straight to He Kangxiao and Gu Tingsheng. But Bai Qingshan cannot know that. So I act wounded. Very wounded. Almost tragic. Give the man a little theater so he keeps chasing the wrong logic. Bai Qingshan looks down at me and says I actually took 1 palm from him and still ran, so I have some skill. Then he attacks again. Countless divine abilities surge at me from thousands of miles away like a tidal wave, clearly trying to cut off every chance of survival. This man is not stopping until I am dead, and honestly the commitment is rude. I curse in my heart and immediately use a movement technique from the Thunderbolt Heavenly Lord inheritance. My figure splits into 3 streaks of lightning, each one racing in a different direction. In one flash, I am already tens of thousands of miles away. Bai Qingshan freezes for a second. He cannot tell which one is real. Each figure looks like my true body, but he knows 2 must be fake. So he chooses the one with the densest spiritual energy and gives chase. While he chases, he laughs and tells me I run fast. If I submit and become his dog, he might spare my life. I do not answer, because he is not chasing me. He sends down vast pressure, crushes the figure, and watches it burst apart. Fake. His face turns ugly immediately. Back at the original spot, my real body silently reappears from concealment. The trick was simple. All 3 figures were fake. I hid my aura in place while Bai Qingshan's eagerness dragged him away. Oldest trick in the book. Make the obvious thing too obvious, then stand behind the curtain while the big expert sprints after special effects. Still, I cannot laugh too hard. If he had caught the real me, things would have gone badly. I thought with the system I could crush everything forever, but this world has monsters stacked behind monsters. Bai Qingshan is only Spirit Division 9th Realm, and he already forced me to flee like this. If I meet an Integration Realm expert now, do I even get to run? That realization is ugly, but useful. My arrogance got too fat. Time to put it on a diet. I leave quietly before Bai Qingshan can return. Sure enough, not long after I vanish, he comes back, searches the area, finds nothing, and can only return to the Tianyu Empire Imperial City to report. In the Tianyu Empire's Imperial City, inside the Golden Imperial Hall, the atmosphere is heavy enough to choke on. Bai Qingshan kneels on one knee with his head lowered. The same man who looked like a descending god above Pilang City now looks extremely humble. Amazing how fast posture changes when the boss is in the room. On the dragon throne sits Bai Cheng'an, ruler of the Tianyu Empire. Divine light surrounds him, and the heavenly Tao itself seems to twist around his body like a galaxy. His aura is terrifying. Integration Realm. He asks if Bai Qingshan is saying Pilang City, one of the Tianyu Empire's 4 ancient cities, was destroyed by a Spirit Division 2nd Realm Cultivator, with City Lord Luo Yunshan dead and every cultivator in the city killed. Bai Qingshan lowers his head further and asks for punishment, saying he handled the matter poorly. Bai Cheng'an coldly snorts. That one sound makes Bai Qingshan tremble. A mouthful of blood bursts from him, and he nearly collapses. The Emperor says Bai Qingshan is a dignified Spirit Division 9th Realm expert, yet he failed to capture a Spirit Division 2nd Realm brat and let him escape right under his nose. As Lord Zhenin, he manages the southern affairs of the Empire. If he is this useless, how can the Emperor trust him? The pressure deepens. Bai Qingshan tries to hold on, then drops fully to his knees and begs forgiveness. Bai Cheng'an tells him to get out. One casual wave sends Bai Qingshan flying out of the hall and down the palace steps. He slides dozens of steps before stopping, blood at his mouth, disheveled and humiliated. The wounds are not the problem. With his cultivation, those are surface injuries. The problem is the shame. Lord Zhenin, top powerhouse, high status, and now he has to act like a scolded grandson in front of the Emperor. He hates it, but he does not dare complain. Bai Cheng'an is Emperor, and more importantly, he is Integration Realm. So Bai Qingshan swallows the humiliation and pushes all the hatred onto me. Convenient. I collect grudges like interest. After he leaves, Bai Cheng'an turns to an old white-haired eunuch beside him and asks whether Bai Qingshan's report was true. The eunuch looks frail, but his aura is no weaker than Bai Qingshan's. He says Lord Zhenin has no reason to lie, but a Spirit Division 9th Realm expert failing against a Spirit Division 2nd Realm cultivator is too strange to explain. Exactly. The story sounds fake because I am fake. Bai Cheng'an thinks deeper. Pilang City was one of the most important cities in the south, and Luo Yunqian had secretly defected to him half a year ago. Now Luo Yunqian dies suddenly, and the city is gone. Very convenient. Very suspicious. So the emperor orders the Black Wolf Troop to investigate the full story and find Shen Yunting. The old eunuch accepts. The Black Wolf Troop is the Tianyu Empire's most terrifying special force, made of assassins, intelligence experts, and talented killers. Every member is at least Golden Core 5th Realm, every captain is Nascent Soul, and they obey only Bai Cheng'an. They are his blade in the dark. But Bai Cheng'an does not truly care about me alone. He cares about Bai Qingshan and the restless forces inside the Tianyu Empire. Good. Let them suspect each other. Internal politics is free fog. Meanwhile, I hide in an unknown deep mountain forest. The spiritual energy here is thin, people rarely come, and nobody disturbs me. Perfect. I know the gap between me and Bai Qingshan is real. 6 minor realms is not something I can ignore with arrogance and a nice lightning filter. Luckily, I prepared. From Kaianyu City, I still have the Yan Yang divine fruit. I take it out and refine it immediately. Ding. Host successfully consumed Yan Yang divine fruit. Host's cultivation has increased to Spirit Division 3rd Realm. Now that is what 25 million low-grade spirit stones should feel like. I ate piles of pills and could not break through, but one divine fruit kicks the door open. Then the system warns me again. Ding. Friendly reminder to host. Side effect transfer target He Kang Xiao has dropped to 3% health. Please be careful, host, and do not continue to court death. 3%. That old fellow is basically being held together by spite and system policy. Fine. I have broken through, so I do not need to crush him right now. Let him recuperate and contribute the last of his energy later. And besides, I still have Gu Tingsheng. Lucky kid. He gets to enjoy the good life with me. I take out more pills. Ding. Host refines 100 Pei Yuan pills. Ding. Host refines 100 Yang Yuan pills. Ding. Host refines 105 elements pills. The prompts keep ringing. Other cultivators refine pills one by one, carefully balancing medicine and toxin like responsible adults. I find that speed troublesome, so I pour them in by the batch. With the side effect transfer system and Gu Tingsheng as my container, the worst case is his indigestion. Probably. After swallowing thousands of pills, huge primal power erupts inside me. I am only a hair away from the next breakthrough. While I am enjoying the efficiency, Gu Tingsheng is not enjoying anything. He asks his system why his organs feel roasted, then frozen, then overstuffed, then poisoned by bad digestion. My guy has not eaten anything, but his body feels like it attended a banquet hosted by disaster. His system detects an unknown force attacking him. Unknown force. He immediately thinks of me. Correct instinct, wrong evidence. He asks who is behind it, but his system cannot identify the source. Then he asks if the system can remove the power. The answer, he can spend 20,000 rage points to temporarily eliminate the pain. Temporarily. Even his system is selling pain relief like a subscription trial. It explains that with its current power, it cannot permanently remove the force. To solve it, Gu Tingsheng either has to kill the person behind the scheme or help the system upgrade by devouring homologous energy, such as another system Golden Finger. And there it is. Now he wants my system too. He decides no matter whether this pain is from me or not, he has to kill me, take revenge, and devour my Golden Finger. Lovely. We are both trying to eat each other's cheat. Very healthy fellow countryman relationship. Then my own system rings again. Ding. Congratulations to the host for breaking through to the 4th stage. Ding. The host's side effect transfer target He Kangxia was killed by the host's machinations. Host gains 400,000 evil points. Ding. The host's current side effect transfer target is Gu Tingsheng, remaining health 43%. He Kangxia finally collapses. Spirit Division 4th stage, expensive target, suffered through pills, backlash, mysterious injuries by Qingshan's palm, and then died doing unpaid labor. In the end, he even returns 400,000 evil points. Final duty fulfilled. Rest in invoice. I check the panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Side Effect Transfer System Owner. Realm Spirit Division 4th Stage. Special Trait Thunder Divine Body. Cultivation Technique Thunderbolt Heavenly Lord Inheritance Technique. Items Imperial Jade Seal. No rank, bound to national destiny. Stronger national destiny means stronger power. Bronze Sword Magic Treasure, 10,000 Manifestations Divine Building Earth Rank Magic Treasure, Shen Family Treasure Vault. Collection, Tianian Dynasty Imperial Family Treasure Vault Collection. Evil Points, 2,330,000. Side Effect Transfer Target, Gu Tingsheng Remaining Health 43%. Several months pass while I hide in the mountains. I refine the Yan Yang Divine Fruit, swallow thousands of pills, temper my divine soul, strengthen my physical body, and push myself into Spirit Division 4th stage. And the physical strengthening matters. Most cultivators focus on spells and use body tempering as support, because tempering the body hurts. Materials pull, twist, and tear during transformation, and one mistake can destroy the body. So they train cautiously and accept mediocre results. I do not need caution. I consume the body tempering pills directly. The side effects go to my targets. The benefits stay with me, which means my physique keeps strengthening until my physical power becomes comparable to, maybe even beyond, integration realm cultivators. Now if I meet Bai Qingshan again, even without relying entirely on side effect transfer, I can remain undefeated. And Bai Qingshan, he forced me to flee. I do not forget that. I raise my hand casually, and a bolt of lightning drops from the sky, blasting a nearby mountain into mist. That was not even much power. Then the system gives another notice. Ding. Detecting power fluctuations from side effect transfer target Gu Tingsheng. Gu Tingsheng's health has increased to 63%. He broke through too, most likely into Spirit Division. Good. The stronger he gets, the better he can take punishment. A sturdier container is a happier me. I smile and leave the mountain range. Bai Qingshan, ready or not, I am coming to collect. I do not immediately run straight at him, though. Revenge can have staging. I can target the people around him first, throw his side into chaos, and gather more evil points while I am at it. 2 benefits, 1 thunderstorm. Meanwhile, in the same mountain range, black-cloaked figures wearing black wolf capes patrol the sky. The Black Wolf Troop has been tracking me under the Tianyu Emperor's orders. Their intelligence work is actually impressive. I kept low, erased most traces, and they still followed clues to this region. If I stayed hidden, they might find me within 2 days. But I am done hiding. Several Black Wolf members sense a powerful aura approaching. They prepare for battle, then see my face and immediately tense. They should not be afraid. They are elite assassins and investigators of the Tianyu Empire. But they know enough. They have heard I escaped Bai Qingshan. More importantly, during their search, they brushed past me several times and lost over 10 skilled members without even seeing my shadow. Since the Black Wolf Troop was founded, they have rarely been humiliated like this. So when I appear, their fear is very reasonable. One squad leader secretly crushes a jade token, calling nearby members to converge. I notice. I allow it. Come together. Saves time. Soon, more than 30 Black Wolf Troop members gather around me. All are above Golden Core 5th stage, and 5 are Nascent Soul. Placed anywhere in the southern border, this force could sweep the Tianian dynasty. They surround me with killing intent. A middle-aged man steps forward. He is Han Wu, deputy commander of the Black Wolf Troop, a Nascent Soul 9th stage expert, in charge of capturing me this time. He asks if I am Shen Yunting, the instigator behind Pilang City's destruction. I tell him he is asking the obvious. He grits his teeth and demands to know why I destroyed Pilang City, why I harmed so many cultivators, and whether I acted alone or someone else was behind it. If I speak honestly, maybe things go easier. If not, he will make me wish for death but be unable to die. I smiled. Since he asked so sincerely, I will mercifully tell him. Why did I destroy Pilang City? Because I enjoyed it. I laugh, arrogant enough to make the whole troop's faces twist. Han Wu is consumed by rage. In his eyes, I slaughtered cultivators, civilians, old, young women, children, everyone. A beast worse than a beast. If he does not kill me, he says, he will be unworthy of his majesty and the dead of the Tianyu Empire. Then he orders the Black Wolf Troop to attack. He says today I will see their ultimate technique, group wolf tactics. The members form seals, blood-red light rises from their bodies, and behind them appears the image of a bloodthirsty wild wolf. The tactic gathers the power of every Black Wolf member, letting each person unleash the combined force of the group. It multiplies their power several times, even dozens of times. Costly, yes, but they are willing to pay. I speak 2 words. Die. Before they finish assembling the formation, I strike with a palm. Boom. The sky trembles and the overwhelming palm targets Han Wu, the spearhead of the tactic. He is so focused on the formation that he does not even react before his body explodes into fragments. Limbs, flesh, blood mist gone. The deputy commander of the Black Wolf Troop, nascent soul ninth stage, dies in one move. The others freeze. Then fear breaks them. They call me a devil and scatter in every direction. Too late. Thunder rolls. Lightning descends. I unleash my divine abilities and wipe out every fleeing Black Wolf member. Their storage rings fall into my hands one after another. Killing and plundering brings wealth. War feeds war. Even the smallest piece of fat goes into the mouth. That principle has never failed me. And the Black Wolf Troop is rich. Their rings contain healing pills, cultivation pills, formation records, and even details on the group wolf tactics. Useless for me personally, since I fight alone but still valuable. Ding. Slaying over 30 Black Wolf Troop members earns the host 600,000 evil points. That pushes my total close to 3 million. Huge profit. While I am cleaning up, more Black Wolf members rush toward the area. At the same time, Bai Qingshan arrives with his trusted guards, still carrying the hatred from being punished by Bai Cheng'an. He sees the bloodstains, smells the slaughter, and his face twists. He mutters my name again and again, each time angrier. Then I appear in the void. I ask why they are so slow. I waited half a day. Bai Qingshan snaps the moment he sees me. He calls me a loach that barely escaped last time, and says I came knocking on Hell's Gate myself. I tell him someone will die today, but who it will be is still unknown. My aura spreads. Thunder cracks through the night. Only then does Bai Qingshan notice the area is already controlled by a mysterious power. Countless bolts of lightning intertwine, forming web after web across the sky. He realizes I set an ambush. Then he sneers. In the face of absolute power, tricks are still tricks. Ants are still ants. He orders his men to kill me, promising a 3-rank promotion to whoever slaughters Shen Yunting. The guards and newly arrived Black Wolf members rush forward. I laugh. Bai Qingshan, cowardly rat, does not dare fight me himself, so he sends subordinates to die first. Fine. Let me show them the heavenly net and earth cage formation. Divine light flashes in my hand. Lightning webs descend from the sky, one after another, smashing into the charging cultivators before they can even reach me. The webs crackle and burn, roasting them to death without giving them time to scream. Black Wolf members, trusted guards, all gone. Under the continuing lightning attack, only Bai Qingshan and I remain. I look down at him and tell him his men are dead. Now come accept death. The spell in my hand twists again, and countless lightning webs sweep in from every direction, locking onto Bai Qingshan completely. This heavenly net and earth cage formation is the feast I prepared for him. And now the main guest has arrived. Bai Qingshan's face turns ferocious. He understands his overconfidence brought him into my trap, but with Spirit Division 9th stage cultivation, he still refuses to put me in his eyes. His spiritual energy surges, fully activating his power. He roars for me to go to hell. Boom. The battle begins. With the Thunderbolt Heavenly Lord Inheritance and Thunder Divine Body, my combat power can already overwhelm Spirit Division 7th stage cultivators and fight Spirit Division 8th stage cultivators. Add the Heavenly Net and Earth Cage formation, and my strength rises again. Bai Qingshan thought I would hide behind the formation and barely stall him. He never expected me to meet him head-on. Above the firmament, Bai Qingshan and I collide directly. No delicate testing, no polite probings, just world-destroying divine abilities thrown face-first into each other, like both of us forgot the sky was not a training dummy. At first, Bai Qingshan is still confident. In his mind, he is Spirit Division 9th Realm, I am Spirit Division 4th Realm, and this should be as easy as flipping his hand. Then the fight actually starts. With the Heavenly Net and Earth Cage formation boosting me, my spells do not fall behind. Even when his attacks slip through, my physical body can take the pressure. And if something truly ugly lands, the side effect transfer system quietly forwards the problem to someone else's body. Premium defense. Terrible customer experience for Gu Tingsheng. Bai Qingshan senses something is wrong and rushes at me with all his power. I laugh and call him trash. Then I punch. Bang after bang explodes across the sky. The firmament feels like it is cracking open. The wave of force blasts outward so violently that ordinary cultivators would probably lose their hearing just from standing too close to the idea of it. Bai Qingshan's face changes. He throws all his power into blocking, but the collision still blasts him dozens of miles away. I remain where I am, unmoving. Not even a step. I lock onto him and ask if this is all his strength. Honestly disappointing. He is furious. Not long ago, I was the one running from him with nowhere to hide. If my fake body trick had failed, I might already be dead. Now, after only a short time, I am standing in front of him with enough power to challenge him directly. His pride cannot process the update, so I tell him no more words. Settle it with our hands. I activate the heavenly net and earth cage formation again, drawing the surrounding heavenly lightning toward me. Baikingshan roars and gathers the spiritual energy of heaven and earth around him. His hands change seals, and the gathered power forms a huge black handprint that covers the sky like doomsday. Heaven and earth collapse. That is his ultimate killing move. Tao patterns ripple through it, spiritual energy surges inside it, and the whole handprint feels like it exists to erase whatever is under it. He screams for me to die. The black hand descends. I do not retreat. I gather every thunder divine ability I have mastered, push my physical strength to its peak, invoke the thunder law god, and draw on the formation's power. This move decides life and death, so I do not save anything for a dramatic later. Break. I throw both fists. Thunder erupts. The void tears. Lightning and raging wind surge forward, and my two thunder fists crash into Baikingshan's black handprint. For a moment, the world is only impact. The shockwave destroys the void for thousands of miles. Sand fills the sky. Clouds scatter. Then a small crack sounds. My fists pierce the black handprint. The tear spreads fast, and Baikingshan's ultimate move collapses into black mist. My thunder fists flicker and dissolve too, but that is the point. His all-out killing move and my attack cancel each other out. Evenly matched. Which means Baikingshan has already lost. Because that was his strongest strike, and I am still standing here without injury. His face goes white. He keeps saying it is impossible, but the battlefield does not care about his emotional support phrases. I tell him everything ends here. The man who once felt unstoppable now feels like nothing in front of me. That is power. Actual power. The kind that makes every previous humiliation look like a debt waiting for collection. I vanish. My speed is beyond lightning, and in an instant I appear in front of him. I raise my hand and strike with a palm. His spiritual energy shield shatters like a broken dam. The palm hits his body, blood bursts from his mouth, and he flies backward through mountain after mountain before finally stopping. He coughs, pale and bloody, staring at me with cold hatred. In a few months, I went from prey to the person beating him into the ground. That fact alone is probably doing more damage than the palm. Then he pulls out a pill and swallows it. His aura erupts again, even stronger than before. Drug-fueled comeback attempt. Classic. I do not care. I step forward and disappear again. When I reappear beside him, he barely has time to widen his eyes at my speed before my palm descends toward his head. Boom. His emergency defense collapses instantly. His body shoots backward again, drilling through hill after hill until the hills turn into dust behind him. He spits another mouthful of blood, loses the strength to stand, and drops to the ground in a ruined, blood-soaked mess. The surviving Black Wolf members and guards stare at the scene with dead hearts. Their prince, Spirit Division 9th Realm, one of the Tianyu Empire's top powerhouses, and in front of me he looks fragile. I shake my head. Boring. I expected Baikingshan to give me a surprise. Instead, he gave me a workout with dramatic lighting. I land on the ground with a heavy rumble and walk toward him. He feels my killing intent and finally panics. He tells me not to come over, begging now. Too late. I strike his forehead with a palm carrying both physical strength and divine ability. The force pierces through his head, killing the Tianyu Empire's Lord Zhenin on the spot. Then I hit the corpse again, shattering it into blood mist across the sky. Ding. Host has killed Baikingshan. Host gains 1 million evil points. 1 million evil points. It's not bad. Baikingshan was annoying, but at least he paid well on the way out. I check the panel. Name Shen Yunting. Identity Side Effect Transfer System Owner. Realm Spirit Division 4th Stage. Special Trait Thunder Divine Body. Cultivation Technique Thunderbolt Heavenly Lord Inheritance Technique. Items Imperial Jade Seal No rank bound to National Destiny. Stronger National Destiny means stronger power. Bronze Sword Magic Treasure, 10,000 Manifestations Divine Building, Earth Rank Magic Treasure, Shen Family Treasury Collection. Tianian Dynasty Imperial Treasury Collection. Evil Points 3,930,000. Side Effect Transfer Target, Guting Sheng Remaining Health 43%. Then I look at the remaining Black Wolf troop members and Baikingshan's guards. The main battle is over, yes, but the cleanup is not. They tremble, pale-faced, begging to surrender. Some offer to become my slaves. Some say they will work like oxen and horses if I spare them. I look down at them and say they are not worthy. Then lightning sweeps over them. Their screams last only a short time before their bodies are crushed into mud and vanish from the world. Ding. Host has annihilated the members of the Black Wolf Troop. Host gains 300,000 evil points. Ding. Host has annihilated Bai Qingshan's trusted guard unit. Host gains 100,000 evil points. Weakness is the original sin. 400,000 more evil points arrive in one go. Then I collect the storage rings. Dozens of them. The Black Wolf rings are rich, and Bai Qingshan's ring is the real prize. Pills, materials, cultivation techniques, and resources fitting a top imperial prince. All mine now. After that, I disappear from the battlefield. News spreads fast. Bai Qingshan, Town South King of the Tianyu Empire, Spirit Division 9th Realm Powerhouse, one step from Integration Realm, is dead. The entire Tianyu Empire shakes. This man controlled many cities in the south, held life and death authority, and ranked among the empire's most powerful figures. Now he has been killed by Shen Yunting, the same man who destroyed Pilang City. The empire's cultivators explode with outrage. They call me a beast, a demon, a butcher, someone who slaughtered Pilang City and murdered Lord Zhenin. They demand I be hunted down and executed. Public fury rises everywhere. I do not care. If they gossip somewhere I cannot hear, that is not my problem. My rule is simple. If others do not offend me, I do not offend them. If they do offend me, then I offend them harder. Pilang City learned the premium version. Now I have more than 4.3 million evil points, and I am not saving them like a sentimental accountant. Points exist to become strength. So I ask the system to choose a second side effect transfer target. The list appears. Side effect transfer target. Grand Elder Gu Mafan of Qingtian Sword Sect consumes 4 million evil points. Side effect transfer target. Emperor Bai Cheng'an of the Tianyu Empire consumes 4,500,000 evil points. There are others, but those two matter. Bai Cheng'an is tempting, but I do not have enough yet. Gu Mafan, however, is Gu Tingsheng's grandfather, Grand Elder of Qingtian Sword Sect, and a true Integration Realm powerhouse. He is the biggest backer behind that system owner brat. Perfect. I bind him. Ding. Host has consumed 4 million evil points. Side effect transfer target successfully bound. A special connection forms between me and Gu Mafan. An Integration Realm target. Finally, a container with real durability. I take out piles of pills and start eating. Ding. Host successfully consumed an exploding yuan pill. Ding. Host successfully consumed a dragon blood pill. Ding. Host successfully obtained phoenix blood. The prompts keep coming. In half an hour, I consume so many bottles I stop counting. I check Gu Mafan's health, and it has dropped from 97% to 64%. As expected of an Integration Realm expert, his vitality is far stronger than anyone I have used before. This one can take abuse. Respectfully, I love that for me. So I continue. Ding. Host successfully consumed an exploding yuan pill. Ding. Host successfully consumed a dragon blood pill. Ding. Congratulations to the host for advancing to the 5th level of the Spirit Division realm. Half a month later, another prompt arrives. Ding. Congratulations to the host for advancing to the 6th level of the Spirit Division realm. In half a month, I almost empty all my pills. The haul from Bai Qingshan, the Black Wolf Troop, the guards, and the huge batch from Four Symbols Business Association turns into fuel for my cultivation. A normal cultivator eating this much would explode, mutate, or become a cautionary diagram in an alchemy textbook. I am fine. Better than fine. I jump from Spirit Division 4th stage to Spirit Division 6th stage. Now even without the Heavenly Net and Earth Cage formation, if I meet another Spirit Division 9th stage expert, I can beat them easily. And all thanks to Gu Tingsheng and his grandfather. During this time, Gu Mafan takes almost all the pressure. His health plunges to 15%, critically ill and basically counting ceiling beams. Grandpa finally contributing to the family business. Now it is time for personal accounts. At Qingtian Sword Sect, inside Gu Tingsheng's residence, Gu Tingsheng receives the news. Shen Yunting killed Bai Qingshan. His face turns ugly at once. Bai Qingshan was Spirit Division 9th stage, Lord Zhenin of the Tianyu Empire, not some random roadside expert. And the reports say he did not die alone in a neat duel. He brought the Black Wolf Troop and his trusted guards, and I still killed him in front of everyone. Gu Tingsheng's confidence sinks straight through the floor. During this same period, he has provoked powerhouses, used his rage empowerment system, and barely pushed himself to Spirit Division 3rd stage. He was proud for half a day. 4 minor stages in such a short time is insane for normal people. Then my news arrives and ruins the mood. He knows I know his secret. I know he is a transmigrator. I know he has a system. And in this world, one transmigrator is enough. He thinks the same way, which means he knows I will come for him. Qingtian's sword sect is powerful, yes. More than 10 Spirit Division experts, integration realm powerhouses, and his grandfather Gu Mafan ranked third in the sect. But aside from those top integration realm experts, even Spirit Division 9th stage cultivators might not be enough to stop me. Cold sweat pours down his forehead. For the first time, he truly regrets provoking me before he was strong enough. Then a subordinate rushes in, gasping, calling him young master. Gu Tingsheng snaps at him for panicking. The subordinate says a young master is outside the residence, claiming to be Gu Tingsheng's good friend, with something important to tell him personally. Good friend. Gu Tingsheng's pupils shrink. Where does he have good friends? He has enemies. One enemy in particular. He immediately waves it off and says he does not know this person. How could someone like him know ordinary commoners? Send him away. Then my voice comes from behind him. No matter what, we are fellow provincials, brother Gu. Refusing me like this seems a bit inappropriate. I walk in casually, and I am carrying a head. Fresh blood drips from it. Gu Tingsheng sees the face, and his whole body shakes. Su Lion, his childhood sweetheart, his playmate from childhood, the woman he loves most. Now her head is in my hand. His legs soften, and he drops to his knees, eyes filling with tears. He stares at me like his world has cracked open. I ask whether the head is beautiful, whether he likes it. Judging by his expression, it seems to belong to someone he cares about. I traveled a long way after all and did not bring much of a gift, so I brought this meeting present. Then I toss it to him. Gu Tingsheng breaks. He asks why. Our grudge is between us. If I have the guts, come for him. Why involve others? Why kill Su Lion? I smiled. Why kill her? Does he not know? She kept calling brother Tingsheng again and again, sweet enough to make me nauseous. Since she made me nauseous, I made her shut up forever. Gu Tingsheng loses control, calling me heartless, saying I killed the innocent, killed a woman, and disgraced all transmigrators. He swears he will take my head to honor Su Lion's spirit. Then he attacks. Spirit Division 3rd stage, rage burning, system-backed, grief-fueled. Very emotional, very sincere. Still not enough. I do not dodge. As his fist nears me, I lightly extend my hand. Crack. His bone breaks and he screams. Then I kick him in the abdomen. His body flies backward, smashes through the surrounding walls, and nearly gets buried in rubble. Blood pours from his mouth, and in one move, the aggressive Gu Tingsheng is reduced to a half-dead mess. I look at him with disdain. A piece of trash like him is the real disgrace to transmigrators. The noise draws the Gu family. A middle-aged man with restrained aura arrives, furious and murderous. This is Gu Pobai, head of the Gu family and Gu Tingsheng's father, a Spirit Division 8th stage expert. Behind him, 6 more powerful cultivators appear like lightning. All Spirit Division, including one at Spirit Division 9th stage. This is the Gu family foundation. Not even the full foundation, either. The real pillar is Gu Mafan, Gu Tingsheng's grandfather, Grand Elder of Qingtian Sword Sect, an integration realm old monster. But even without him, this lineup is enough to make the Tianyu Empire show respect. Gu Pobai sees the severed head, recognizes Su Lion, the woman his son loved and the daughter-in-law he had already accepted. His face turns cold and twisted with rage. He calls me a damned little beast, saying the Gu family has no grudge with me, yet I killed someone connected to them and came here to provoke them. Then his Spirit Division 8th stage pressure sweeps toward me. He thinks I am young, so at most I must be some golden core rookie. He wants to crush me with aura, make me tremble, make me kneel, then use my blood to honor Su Lion. I stand there calmly. Not a flicker. Only a cruel smile. Then I ask who the little beast just called. Gu Pobai sneers and says the little beast called me. I laugh. Yes. It was indeed the little beast calling me. Even Gu Tingsheng, lying half-dead on the ground, can only watch his father get baited and mocked. He wants to fight me to the death, but his body is useless. Gu Pobai realizes he walked straight into it, and his hatred surges. I tell him I am too lazy to keep playing word games. Remember my name, Shen Yunting. When he goes to Yama Palace, he should not forget the name of his enemy.